too, and so he.
Oh man. I just realised that we're not live. Fuck. We've been going for 15 minutes. We made some real good points. We made great points. What are we going to do now? Do we do them again? Or will this be on the on-demand version? In the future. The video of the future. Shit. Anyway, full disclaimer. My tongue is twice the size of a regular tongue. Now, not just in general. But part of it is sticking through my teeth. Now, if anybody with medical experience, a nurse, doctor, in the chat could advise me how to cut out a human tongue, let me know in the comments. And if it's different, if it's your own, that's what I need to know. I did see a magician do that once, but it turned out that was made of rubber, and he was fine. Yeah, but as long as we try to stay away from the F's, we should be all right. Anyway, we just went through a bunch of stuff. I don't think we should do it again, because I like not repeating. No script metrics, but hopefully it will be on the on-demand version, because it was that good.
Actually, the morning that I gave that talk, my boys were there and Jeff was watching them, so I could give the talk. Like he's, Jane, do you think I have to tell them about him?
I think you have to tell them about him.
Where did that come from? We just went through the, is Jeff this much of a lunatic? We said a bunch of stuff about that. Hopefully go back and watch that later on the on-demand. But now, Jane, I need to tell them about him. And then Sarah Latour can I ask who Jeff is? Yeah, of course. We've been dating for 9 months, a year, and he was watching the kids while I could give my talk. What does that even mean? I always thought the phrasing of watching my kids, staring at my kids. He was stalking my kids. But because when you're a crazy, dangerous psychopath, it's all about impressionism, isn't it? Well, not all about. Part of it is about impressionism. And what does that mean? That means the initial impression of a sentence. He was watching my kids while I was giving a talk. Then we understand that he was being a minder for the children, keeping an eye on them, making sure they're safe while they were left unattended. Well, while their mother gave the talk. But the human brain sends so many signals, doesn't it? The person listening to that initially does hear, he was watching my kids. And about 50 billion brain signals go bouncing around in the split second before the next clause of the sentence, which is, while I gave a talk. But there's just a little subliminal, what is the word? Suggestion there. A subliminal suggestion. Watching kids. Possible pedophile. And definite murderer.
Because that is the
Hello, everybody in the chat. I was wondering where everybody was, and then I went to the Googles. I said, where's my show? And it said, you ain't got no show. You ain't got no show. You're not even live. You forgot to press the button. You see, that's the thing. You got to press start broadcast, and then you got to press go live. Aren't they the same thing? That's exactly the same thing. I think there should be 3 buttons. Start broadcast, go live, and initiate stream. How many buttons do I have to press to stop this thing? Stop. Halt. There are no more words for stop.
God forbid.
The only thing that
Yeah, God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. Little Tallahassee Bible charm, huh? Yeah, my name's Wendi Adelson, professor, Cambridge graduate, and someone who uses terms like God forbid or heaven forbid. That would be even better, wouldn't it? Heaven forbid that Jeff did this. Oh, yeah. I don't curse, even if it's a God word. What do people use instead of Jesus when they don't want to blaspheme? They say, jumpin' jackals or something. Jumpin' Jehovah. Oh no, is that blasphemy?
I imagine related to you, related to Danny. Would be
The only
Jeff.
thing I could come up with was like his girlfriend Amy is.
Perceptionism. Interesting. What did I say? That's funny. I remember just using the word clause a minute ago, as in the clause of a sentence, but then I see here that our good friend and colleague, Daphne35, what did she say? I just got over cellulitis of the nose. My nose was swollen and red. Yeah, but you don't talk with your nose. I have no sympathy. Come back when you've cut out your own tongue. My nose was swollen and red and looked like Santa Claus. Isn't that Rudolph? It's in the song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You're getting your holiday metaphors all jumbled. I had a big swollen red nose like what's another Christmas character? It's been so long since I gave a shit that I've forgotten all their names. There's Mary and Joseph, yeah, Jesus and Santa, Rudolph, and I'm not even. He had a bunch of pals, and God knows what they were up to for the rest of the year. You sort of get it with the elves, don't you? They're busy, they're working. What the fuck does he do with those reindeer? Little trip to the glue factory. We can get new reindeer next year. I need some vacation money.
Recently divorced, separated, not really divorced.
Sure. So
what if-
either of those people.
Like the jealous boyfriend types, like what if the ex-husband.
Right, totally. And you know that this divorce has been very stressful, and Jeff has been very stressed out by the stressfulness of your.
When you can, I think that's lesson 1 of the Baby Girl Adelson manual, isn't it? How to hold a photogenic pout while experiencing trauma. How to look like you don't give a shit about your appearance, while at the same time, maintaining that. What is it? Is it beautiful? I can't use the word Wendi and beautiful in a sentence. That just doesn't work. But you know what I mean. People like to pout when they think they're looking beautiful, right? So even though we're trauma, Wendy, we're pow, 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 pow.
Divorce. You know, it.
I mean, what am I mean, I'll tell them this, right? Like, can you tell them?
Yeah, when investigator Isom comes back, you guys can just, stay, and he'll ask all the questions that investigators ask that I don't think of very often because I'm a victim advocate. I don't think of
Right,
things.
but I think you do have to tell about him.
Yeah, I wasn't,
You weren't
not
thinking
telling
of him.
on purpose.
No, I'm sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I wasn't thinking of it. I just kept thinking, like, who in the world?
Is he
would do
someone
this?
that has, access to?
He's a professor of social work.
Okay.
He's
All right.
Smile. He's a professor of social work, and Wendy laughs like, whatever that is. Yeah, I do law, was going to do medicine, but law and medicine. In fact, I do both. I run a medical legal partnership, which is way more than organizing a room and handing out name tags. I run a medical legal partnership. Yeah, what do I mean by run? Well, I get all the name tags, and then I put them all in alphabetical order. So it makes it easy for the delegates to find their name. And I'm really good at it, because I run it. He's a professor of social work. Whatever. Yeah, you know how on FSU there's two parts of the campus. There's the big, nice bit, and then there's that little bit. That's where the social work happens. Yeah, he works in there. I don't know what room. I've never been in the building. Frankly, I'm not crazy about the smell in there. Yeah, I think that's where the janitor keeps all of his mops as well. It's social science and mops. Man, imagine that on the front of the building. Florida State University, the building of social science and mops. It's basically one big glorified janitor's closet. Sometimes I wave to him from the law building.
Former military,
Yeah.
but I mean,
But he's
you
not.
you don't think.
Former military. See, Wendy, that's something that Jane just knew, right? Aside from Wendy's influence. Wendy doesn't want to push that. There was zero. He is former military. So he would have been trained to kill. And could probably shoot that gun blindfolded from a mile away and still hit him right between the eyes. Yeah, military trained. No, Wendy knew that was like a non-starter, right? Zero, yeah.
About this guy as oh, there's the kind of guy.
Right.
I mean, I would more just as say that maybe you did this.
Right.
It's just relationally, he's.
Me? I did this? No. Jane, go to your notes. The notes from the park, bring them up, Jane. Tell me where it says that I did this. It's Jeff. Look at my knuckles. You see? Jeff.
And he's jealous.
Right.
Something is bad. This and that. I'm
Something is bad.
I'm
Yeah.
just assuming that this isn't true for the moment, but
Something is bad. But what? Jeff is bad.
I guess that's not so.
And you have to look at it this way. Telling them this, if anything, will help them disqualify Jay.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
important to do.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to give them his number? So we can-
I can give them.
They have
I
my
give them-
phone, so-
they certainly have a ton of stuff from him. So I Googled Trescott shooting.
Thank you for being here.
You're
So
welcome.
you Googled Trescott shooting, and what do you see?
Just that, police investigate shooting on Trescott Drive.
And it's on the news.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the media here tends to get places, and they can't really stop them from being
Oh,
outside.
how often is there shooting in like northeast Tallahassee, right?
Trescott Drive,
On
not so
Trescott?
often.
This is what I can't figure out. How did he get to the hospital? Like, did he call
The,
911?
no, a neighbor.
Yeah. Did he call 911? A great way to get in a... Was he awake? Was he conscious? What's his current medical status? How did he get to the hospital? Did he call 911? Great. I mean, I don't want to give this psycho any credit, but you know, she's certainly preoccupied herself with working out what works over the years, right? I need to know how shocked he was. He's still alive now and critical. Good, good, good. Not gonna survive. Good, good, good. But I need more information. I need to know if he could have seen anything or identified anyone or said, "Help, police! I was just shot by a very Latin, Miami-looking, coked-out gangster. And they left in a Prius or Nissan." Do not get me started. Yeah. Great way to ask something with another question, right? How did he call 911?
According to WCTV, here.
And this should be said, the police department won't release his name until they notify
The family.
And them being in Canada puts a little bit more of a wrench into our notification because it's a little bit.
Yeah, they won't release his name, but they will film the house where everyone knows he lives. And show a picture of the campus steps.
More difficult to do internationally, but
Oh my God,
we're in the process.
And there's really, his injuries are really terrible.
The police got notified because a neighbor. Is it a picture of the house? Oh my
Yeah.
God! You can see the car. You can't
Right.
tell it's our house.
Well, yeah, right.
You
You can't tell it's not your house. It certainly appears to
Could
be
be
a
any
house
house.
like your house.
Yeah.
It,
And they say the 2100 block of Trescott Drive. It must be still blocked off. I bet it's going to be blocked off for a while.
it's certainly a crime scene, obviously a crime scene.
But it's like a thorough. I mean, a
I
lot
know,
of
I
people
know,
use
I
that
know.
as like a drive-through.
Now, people obviously know.
Yeah, people use that as a drive-through. Do they? Do they go up to Professor Markel's house, pull down the window and say, "I'll have a large cheeseburger, please"? A cut-through or a shortcut. Drive-through. A drive-through. I mean, that would never make sense. No one would ever say that. People use Trescott as a drive-through. Large fries, large Coke.
About this, Danny did show up places today.
I don't know that he had anywhere to show up today. Did he?
Yeah.
Like, did you know? Because like it's summertime, he works from home, right?
Right, but there are people, but imagine if any of us fall off the grid from 11 o'clock this morning, any colleagues,
That had a meeting or whatever,
Right,
yeah.
all of the stuff he does over phone.
Right. Well, he and I were supposed to talk about where Ben was going to school, and it was very unlike him that I was the one who had to call him. So like he called early this morning. I had a repair guy at the house, and he called early this morning, and I left a message, and then I called him back. I have the phone record. He called at like 9. And he told me he went to Premiere, so he says, I don't know, like, I think he went straight from dropping off the boys to go to Premiere. And then he said, I'm going to do an exercise class that gets out at 10:15 or 10:30, and then we can talk after that. You remember how I had a voice thing? Like, I hadn't talked to him. He was like, I know your voice is bad, like, is today work? And he said we could go for a walk at the law school, or we could talk, like, and I have this message on my phone from him, which is why I said to the officer, there's no way he did this to himself. Like, zero chance that.
Such another thing that she just weaves into the fabric of her fucked personality is this sort of whimsical, airy, not tied down, options open kind of thing with her speech, right? Little intonation thing where she goes, well, he said we could go for a talk at the law school, or we could go for a talk somewhere else, which I despise. You know, she does it with the kids too, like, what was it? Does Aunt Linny have an iPad? Abba has an iPad. What's his code? Oh, give me a gun.
He shot himself. You know Danny.
I think there's zero chance
Zero
that
chance.
Danny would kill himself.
Yes, zero.
Yeah, especially given the fact that he shot, well, that his glasses were shot in half at the nose bridge. That'd be a new way, wouldn't it? You know, you put a gun to your head, forehead, right between the eyes. Oh, fuck. Imagine doing that. Oh. Yeah, zero chance, Jane, zero.
Chance. Like, someone did this to him. So he had plans that we would, like, I mean, he said this at 9, like, we'll take a walk, we'll figure this out, we'll talk about school. And then I called him at like 11:45 or so and left a message. And that was, I thought, weird, but I thought, whatever, like,
And
he's
you
in a meeting.
probably thought, oh good, I don't have to talk to him. But
I was really anxious
Oh
about
my
speaking
God.
with him and having this be a contentious issue about
Which
where's
of
our
course
kid
it
going to go to
is.
school.
Oh my God.
And I didn't hear from him, and I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, like, well, he'll just call me later. And then at around noon, I had lunch plans at 1, and I was supposed to go to a friend's engagement party tonight, and it's called a Stack the Bar engagement. So I went to go find bourbon. So I went to drive to ABC Liquors, and I went to go through Trescott, and it was blocked off. So I went around, and then I looked for bourbon, and then I got gas. That's why I was trying to show the officer, like, I have receipts from all these things, but I don't know if it matters if they're at noon. I mean, obviously, like, I would be one of the people that they would think did it.
I mean, you have certainly the most contentious relationship with Danny that anyone has.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jane. I'm adorable. And all of that contentiousness? What is it? Yeah. You certainly have the most contentious relationship with Danny of anybody on planet Earth. You know? Shut up, Jane. Jeff, we're going with Jeff.
You know, but
They swabbed my hands.
well, fair enough.
Gunpowder.
They should. I mean,
They asked
they
me if I
should.
washed my hands since
They swabbed my hands. Could you imagine thinking me a criminal?
noon, and I was embarrassed to say I hadn't. I don't remember when I last washed my hands.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I think Jeff is somebody that they should talk
Okay.
to. And I don't know of anyone else.
They were asking, like, does he have gambling debt? Does he have? And I'm like, the only person he owes money to is me. Like, there's no one. He's like, he's a straight shooter, right? Like, he's not an alcoholic. He's not a gambler. He doesn't have a sex addiction. He doesn't, like, he doesn't.
How would you know that? You know? Oh, right, because Donna Adelson has gone through his entire financial bank statements for the past 10 years. Every transaction. Yeah, he has no debts, apart from to us.
Have any, like, weird stuff going on in his life.
No, he's a difficult guy, but he's not a...
That's what he.
Yeah, weird stuff going on in his life. What is that, Wendy? He doesn't have any weird stuff going on in his life. Like a murder plot or a brother who, fucks underage Colombian prostitutes and brags about it in public. Yeah, you can get them really young. And they're cheap, too. Oh, God. Charlie, we are sat on the Yardbird patio. Shut the fuck up about your molestation practices.
He's
He's
like,
not.
is there anyone that hates him? And I'm like, he's difficult, but he's difficult
not
in like an
liked.
ivory tower kind of way.
He's not liked, but he is
He's
not.
not liked,
Yeah.
but he's not.
Yeah, he's not liked. He's not liked. You know, my brother's not liked either. But, you know, he's difficult. You know, in Fort Lauderdale, my brother's not liked in kind of a very rapey, kind of sex pest, you know, office sort of, you know, what's her number? What's her number? Is she new? Is she new? The girl with the long black hair, is she new? What's her number? Get me her number. I'll do your filling for free.
Hated.
Certainly not, and he has people who love him.
How do his students feel?
Yeah.
Like, is he-
Yeah, he does have people that love him, but they're all in Canada. And when I say all, I mean both. Two. There's two people that love him only because they have to, and they're in a different country. North. Very north.
like are law students receptive to him? Like, oh, this is a great.
I think there's some that really like his method, and there are a lot who don't like him at all.
So you say
Wow. I mean, I think there were some that really liked his. I think there were some that liked his method, but then a lot that didn't like it at all, that hated him. In fact, there was only one guy in his class, and he was mopping.
he's more disliked.
He's a very
feared.
abrasive guy.
Does he challenge you? Kind of. Would that be a good?
He's challenging. He loves to argue, so he's fairly elitist. So like the students,
Very elitist. Oh my
students
goodness.
felt like put down by him a lot,
Okay.
and so they feel like insecure. And but again, we're not talking about like hateful and awful. We're talking about like difficult,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Right, and he has colleagues who really don't like him.
Was he elitist? That, I mean, passionate about education and like to show off, maybe, you know, because he's studied with some of the greatest professors. You know where all the greatest professors lecture? Harvard. And was he at Oxford? She was at Cambridge, he was at Oxford. I think Oxford and Hebrew University in Jerusalem or Bethlehem. Oh, holy night. Hey, if anybody hates Christmas, don't forget to send us a anti-Christmas coffee and put a piece of roast beef in it, will you? On buymeacoffee.com/true crime metrics. But if you're not interested in coffee at all, but still do want to support the channel, the best instant way to support us today is PayPal. PayPal.me/true crime metrics. That's the way. Link in the description. Thank you so much. What do we got in the comments over here? Yeah, the elitist thing. Patrick Bateman is elitist. You know, I think the Adelsons are elitist. Right? What's the best, most expensive restaurant in Miami? That's where we're going, even if the food's not that great. Because the huge bill makes us look above everybody else. And that's why we're really here. We're not even going to eat anything.
But this is a different, right, it's a
Like,
different, right.
They don't like him, they don't want to go to lunch with him.
Right. No, yeah, no.
He doesn't
this
make
is-
friends easily, but it's not like he makes a ton of
And he has and he has very close connections at the temple.
That's what I said.
I mean,
said
he
he's
has-
got
Interesting, she chose go to lunch with him in the context of basically suggesting nobody likes him enough to be able to tolerate sitting at a lunch table for more than, at all. They wouldn't even get through the menu. He'd start going on about this. This reminds me of a lecture I attended at Harvard in my Sala days. He's one of these guys that somehow manages to get a Harvard reference into every sentence. He'll take his car for an oil change, and the mechanic will come out saying, "Okay, oil. Do you want a full service, interim service, or just the change?" And Professor Markel is like, "Well, funny you should say. I remember making that same decision years ago at Harvard." And I actually used the dilemma as an analogy of law in my my thesis, and I received extra credit for originality and layman reach.
Jewish community and like
he's important in the Jewish community, and he's
Boom, Madeleine, how you doing? Brandy. I'll take a large brandy, extra Sherpa. South Carolina. Nice. Sandy Shores. Hi guys. Hi Maria. Happy holidays. Uh-oh. We've got someone jolly in the crowd today. That's all right. Are you wearing a tightly fitted red velvet jacket with a big black belt? Huge buckle on the belly. Can I get a ho ho ho? Wendy makes me want to gag myself with a spoon. What, like, what's her name? Moon Station. Moon Station. What was it? Zappa's daughter. Have you arrived in the us yet, Frank? No. No. We'd love to show you around our glorious county. Country. Or county. Just your county. That's the only county I'm interested in seeing, Maria. This tiny patch of Montana. Or maybe it's a big patch. Either way, it's got to be good. No, you'll all know when I arrive in the United States, because there will be a picture of me on the front page of the New York Times wearing your flag as a shirt, unless that's going to get me into any trouble. Yeah. Or maybe an entire tailored suit. In the I tell you what, I could do the suit jacket in the Stars and Stripes, and then for the pants, for the trousers, I'll have them do the Stars and Bars, north and south, salt and pepper.
and he's loved, and he's
And there
a serious
are two
academic.
Jewish temples in Tallahassee, or just one?
It's kind of complicated. There's
There's
Temple
three, at
Israel,
least.
which is the Reform Synagogue. There's Shomer Torah, which is the conservative one that he belonged to.
Okay.
And then there's Chabad, which is sort of like, it's not really clear. It's kind of like a proselytizing.
Yeah. Sorry, Sarah. I did try to memorize all of these Jewish communities by heart, so that it would give the appearance of me being a good, worshipping citizen of Tallahassee that would never do this. But I've forgotten one. And now I'm stuck. Do you think she gave enough of a shit to remember the names and locations of all the Jewish communities in town? I mean, I know that she did attend with Dan, certainly a bit, not much, and I think that was just enough to sort of go, hey, look, I'm a good Jewish woman that you want to marry. And then it was out, right? Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. And the whole kosher diet thing, nah.
Thing. And he would donate money there and bring the kids to events there and spend time there. So he was sort of affiliated with two of them and bring the kids to stuff at Temple Israel too.
I mean, he's very, very connected across the Jewish community.
Yeah, he's very involved.
He's also very he had a major Jewish education, so he's extremely knowledgeable about Judaism, and he cares deeply about how people interpret scripture and law and rule and practice, and he's involved in all those sort of debates at the community level, and he's very it would be hard to overestimate how involved he has been in the Jewish community. He has a lot of connections.
And it was kind of one of the reasons why we got divorced, is I just I'm Reform, I'm kind of culturally Jewish, we just had really
I'm Reform, I'm kind of culturally Jewish, I'm whimsical, and have developed speech patterns that make me seem, like someone that people need to care for, or do tasks for. Hey, can you take my class? Danny, he's being really difficult in the divorce, and I've got the kids. Could you take my class? Yeah, it's a double period. 2 double periods. The rest of the day, and I know it's only 10:30, but you can handle it. Thank you so much, and I will take you for lunch sometime, anytime, no time, never. But I will rub your shoulder and tell you you're so good. You're such a good friend. Oh. And then I'll ask, as I'm leaving the room, I'll ask half a question about something that I remember that you have going on in your life, just to show that I'm not a selfish bitch. Oh, and you've got to tell me about that thing. Okay. Yeah, it's on my desk. Bye.
different religious perspectives. In the middle of a fucking nightmare.
I didn't want you to be married to him, but this was not the method.
Well, that's what I said to the officer. I was like, we had a rough time, but
this has been a terrible
he's
time.
the father of my children.
Right.
And things were entering a new phase where he has this girlfriend and he's out of town a lot, and that was nice. That's why I know.
Fucking A, bro. I'm gonna fucking fuck up whoever the fuck is fucking with me.
He plans to be.
Boom. Thank you so much, Sherpa. Sherpa. That's what you say when you get to the top of Mount Everest, isn't it? Thank you so much, Sherpa. And then you see the line. You all seen that? I mean, what the fuck? What do people pay to go to the top of Mount Everest? $100,000, is it? And then you get there and there's like a line of 1,000 people to get their 1 minute photo opportunity on the top. You climb the highest mountain in the world, and you are rushed away from the summit so that everybody else can get up. That would annoy me. I mean, I'll climb a medium-sized hill and take a few minutes on top to absorb the vista, right? But, yeah, I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, thank you, Sherpa, for the coffee on buymeacoffee.com/True Crime Metrics. Best Sherpa in town. Anybody need a Sherpa? Here's one. Link in the description. Sherpa.com.
Out of town, he was leaving on Saturday.
And he was delighted with Amy, and he's been delighted with this.
Yeah.
And delighted with the boys, and delighted with...
Well, delighted with the boys, and delighted with, well, not the divorce, obviously, but he did get a really nice new set of tires. They're called Toyo Open Country HTS, and I've heard they're the best.
No,
he
he didn't do this. So somebody did.
He was angry and upset about the divorce. Really, really angry at Wendi. Really, really angry.
He didn't do this, so somebody did. Who needs Columbo? Who needs Columbo? We have a investigatory genius, a savant, a gifted savant comes in and says, okay, he didn't do this, so that means that it was done by somebody. Somebody write that on the whiteboard at the top. Somebody did this. Now brainstorm.
But really pleased with how things were going to go
It's
forward.
been 2 years and things for him were a lot better.
Do you mind if I get Investor Isom to kind of tell him about Jeff?
I think you should do that.
Let me go grab him, okay?
I can't believe you brought your own drink here.
Well, I wasn't sure how long I would be here. I was thirsty. I had just arrived home to pour, say, a glass of wine when they called and said, don't you want to go to the police department? I said, Jay, no.
Another good tactic, right? Establishing a conversation area that is, what is the, frivolous, I guess? What's the opposite of serious? Annotations, they escape me. The opposite of serious is playful, or what did I just say originally? Anyway, you know, the victim advocate goes out of the room. It's going to be Wendi and Jane in the room, alone, speaking. And Wendi says, I can't believe you brought your own drink here. Something personal, something off topic, right? Slowly, it's just a little barrier. You do not want. She's establishing the lead, and she's leading the conversation away from the shooting. That's not an accident.
Not really.
People we didn't do this, right?
I assume you didn't do this, but, you know.
I wish I had I was home working on a paper that's due.
Well, you know, you'll
I
have.
sent it in, I sent edits to
You'll
someone.
have.
I
there's
hope they
a-
have the time log.
Of course they will. Of course they will. I mean, all of that is evident. You know, you will. You know, you don't.
I understand why they think it would be me, but.
Of course it would be you. But it's not you. Jeff would be my vote.
All of that is evident. Yeah, and a few other things. Yeah, a few other things. Like your TV. Your TV is about to become very evident. And everything, you know. How about the stapled money? Oh.
Now, again, just going by you, I agree with
This
you.
can't be an accident.
He didn't do this. Jeff, I mean,
I hope to body that.
I hope Jeff didn't do it, but I mean, I don't think Danny did it.
Somebody shot Danny.
Like, to death. Holy shit.
I didn't even know that he was still living. Sarah told me that, and then I started freaking out and was like, I want to get the boys over there. Like, is he scary looking? Because I want, like, if he's not going to make it, but he's okay, or he's not, like, I wanted the boys to be able to be with him.
Shouldn't somebody be with him?
I know, that's what I said. I was like, he's there and he's all alone. Like, I was like, is he with?
Shouldn't somebody have something?
Yes, yes.
Boom! Jelly bean. Thank you so much, Jill Jane, for these shiny Canadian dollars. We love those. We love those. Thank you, Jane.
Yes. Should I go? Someone needs to go there.
I know. I mean,
He's by himself.
really? He's by himself?
I don't think they haven't called the family.
Yeah, he's by himself. Yeah. And he hates that. Just like he was when he got back from his conference in New York after I savagely ransacked his house, life, children, bank accounts, furniture. Yeah, he just like he was alone that night, by himself, on our bed.
Yeah, they haven't called his parents. They were like, what are his parents' names? They're
I
asking
think,
me.
how about
They
the
haven't-
rabbi?
Oh, that's a really good idea.
How about the rabbi?
Can you ask them?
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
So there's no rabbi at Shomri, but Rabbi Schnoyer Oyerman, that's really his name. He, him or Jack Rumberg.
They need to go.
Yeah. And after we've finished talking about how I can't believe you brought your own drink here, we can spend some time, with some kind of light, burn your fingers racist jokes. And make fun at a Hebrew name, a Jewish sounding name. Hey Danielle, thank you so much for that PayPal. Danielle with the PayPal the other day. We saw that come in, Danielle, and we love it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yes, especially if he's not gonna make it, so that they
He needs to
can.
be blessed.
if
My
they can-
God, he needs a blessing.
It's a bank account blessing. This is a blessing for my finances and my location. And finally, only having my side of the story to tell to the wider, to everybody. Now I can just make up a load of shit about our marriage that he won't be able to defend. Awesome! That's almost better than the money. I don't know what I like better, the money, the location, or the free reign. What would you call it? The full authorship of our marriage, right?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
He was abusive, but in an ivory tower way. He would hit me in the head with a tusk, an ivory tusk. He was abusive in ivory and ebony.
So much for being here. I was sitting in this room by myself, losing my mind. I was at lunch with Janine and Ritu. I don't know if you know them, friends of mine.
That's what I was saying earlier. I liked it earlier when she said, not anybody that would hate him. I mean, a lot of people hate him, but not anyone that would really hate him. I mean, I think one guy likes him. The guy that mops in the lecture hall, the janitor, but that's only because he's gay. He's not listening to the law. So he likes him, but everyone else thinks that he's a fucking arrogant shitbag. But the point is that to minimize it, when he said, not anyone that would hate him. I mean, if they don't like him, it's like they don't want to go to lunch with him. Which is quite big in itself, right? Obviously not when compared to the other end of the scale of shooting him in the face. But if you dislike someone so much that you would refuse an invitation to go to lunch with them, do you want to come to lunch? What, with you? No. Definitely not. It's quite big. It's quite big. I've been to lunch with people that I don't like, and it was excruciating, but I got through. Yeah, but of course Wendi Adelson did go to lunch with friends who loved going to lunch with her, right?
These officers walk in, and we just finished, I ate a lunch, like I had a whole delicious lunch, and they're like, are you Wendi? We need to speak with you. And I was like, oh my God, are the boys okay? Like,
A whole delicious lunch. You know what would be the creepiest thing in the world? If Wendi Adelson, and I'm kind of surprised that she hasn't done this as a kind of latest, as an ultimate fuck you to the world, right? A bit like her podcast thing. My late ex-husband. They always ask me, what does your husband do? And I haven't said. I never say, well, he doesn't do much because he's dead. But I think it sometimes. That's what she said on the podcast. Anyway, imagine Wendi Adelson reading a children's book series as an audiobook. A whole delicious lunch. Doesn't that just sound like the way you read to kids? You know, about those books that are about nothing and that are really boring for anyone above the age of 1. You know, about an elephant that loses his balloon and has to walk all round the park to find it. Is it under the bench? No, said the elephant. Or whatever. I'm making it up. Maybe I missed my calling. Write that down, Soap. Under the title $1 Million Idea, next bullet point, children's book, final bullet point, elephant loses his balloon.
and they were like, the boys are fine. And then I thought, oh my God, like,
What's
what's
not
going on?
fine?
Like, who's finding me here? And they wouldn't tell me. And so he said, I need you to get in the car.
It's always fun when the cops play guessing games like that. Are you Miss Adelson? We're going to need you to come downtown. I can't tell you what's going on, but, and she's like, are my kids okay? What's going on? And they're like, the boys are fine. And she's like, well, is something wrong with my house? And the cops are just, no. Keep going. Warmer. There is a house involved. Is it at school? No.
So he drove me, and I started, like, I just was like, what's going on? And they're like, your husband. And I said, ex-husband. And they're like, ex-husband? So they didn't have the, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, how do they know? They're just.
Yeah, what a time to correct that, huh? My husband. Thank you for making me throw up my lunch into my own mouth. Ex-husband. In fact, can we say my vicious, litigious, psycho ex-husband, who was abrasively abusive with ivory tusks. That was his weapon of choice. A big one. One of those jumbo fuckers from an African elephant.
Starting this
So they thought we were still married, and so I was telling him everything, you know, and then I was thinking, oh my God, now they probably think I'm a suspect. I should.
But of course you're a suspect, and you're a smart suspect. You should be the suspect.
Gonna have to go over that a little bit again, aren't we? Let's do that. Hi, Shasta and Jill and Clove, K-Love. Hello, Shiny, hello. Barbara, how you doing?
Him or Jack Rumberg.
They need to go.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yes, especially if he's not gonna make it, so that they
He needs to
can.
be blessed.
If
My
they can.
God, he needs a blessing.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for being here. I was sitting in this room by myself, losing my mind. I was at lunch with Janine and Ritu. I don't know if you know them, friends of mine, and these officers walk in, and I just I ate a lunch. Like, I had a whole delicious lunch, and they're like, are you Wendi? We need to speak with you. And I was like, oh my God, are the boys okay? Like, and they were like, the boys are fine. And then I thought, oh my God, like,
What's
going
fine?
like, who's finding me here? And they wouldn't tell me. And so he said, I need you to get in the car. And so he drove me, and I started, I just was like, what's going on? And they're like, your husband. And I said, ex-husband. And they're like, ex-husband? So they didn't have the, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, how do they know? They're just starting this.
So they thought we were still married, and so I was telling him everything, you know, and then I was thinking, oh my God, now they probably think I'm a suspect. I should.
But of course you're a suspect, and you're a smart suspect. You should be the suspect. But, you know, I mean, you're not gonna get framed for a crime.
Right.
You know, and you.
Can we see it one more time? Because I know that people get, like, and I probably did as well years ago. But, not anymore. Let's have a look at it again. Because people go, she said suspect before she knew there was a crime. A suspect of what, Wendi? You know, that's what people go nuts for, isn't it? That thing that people like to catch and then show that they've caught. Go, you know, that method, art form, medium has become so popular that people are doing it with nothing. False flags, right? I hate that. Where are we going? 34? Okay. Last time.
Him or Jack Rumberg.
They need to go.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yes, especially.
You see, this is why I would be not susceptible to Wendi Adelson's bullshit, because I think of tactics like this as very fucking basic, almost remedial. You know, a lot of what she does is just regressing into a child form, right? And this is pretty much, you know, that's a really good idea. And she leans forward. It's very insistent. Basically, well, she doesn't say, that's a good idea, you know. It's, yes, that's a really good idea. It's like the vocal form of highlighting. Big red Sharpie around it, you know. Circle that idea. That's the idea. That's the one we want. That's the one you're going to make happen for me. I say, you do. Are you ready? Okay, now on my whistle.
He's not gonna make it, so that they
He needs to
can.
be blessed.
If
My
they can.
God, he needs a blessing.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think? Oh, if he's not going to make it, and then this huge, like, my pain. Oh, I'm in so much pain. I'm not going to eat for a month. Oh. No, shit, I forgot what I was going to say now. Imagine if he'd have been reading some papers from his divorce litigation as he was shot.
Thank you so much for.
The last thing he did was read one of her motions. Oh no. That would have been terrible. I always like to think of it that he was holding an ice cream and he was almost finished. You know? So his life was cut short, cut down in his prime, but with cherry vanilla.
Being here, I was sitting in this room by myself, losing my mind. I was at lunch with Janine and Ritu. I don't know
Right, I was at lunch with Janine and blah.
if you know them, friends of mine, and these officers walk in, and I just we just finished. I ate a lunch, I had a whole delicious lunch, and they're like, "We need to. Are you Wendi? We need to speak with you." And I was like, "Oh."
Are you Wendi? We need to speak with you. We're still in the restaurant. By the way, my tongue. I've had to cut out my own tongue, so my S's are not that great today. But we should be good tomorrow. You know what I need? Tea tree. That's what you put on your tongue, isn't it? I don't know what it is. I think I might have bitten my tongue. Maybe my dog bit my tongue. Kinky.
Oh my God, are the boys okay? And they were like, the boys are fine.
The boys are fine. We're still at the restaurant, pretty much. I mean, I suppose technically the order of chain of events we could be in the car right now.
And I thought, oh my God,
What's
what's
not
going?
fine?
Who's finding me here? And they wouldn't tell me. And so he said, I need you to get in the car. And so he drove me, and I started I just was like, what's going on? And they're like, you're.
Must have been exciting, huh? God, thank God I've spent the last 4 months going down every week to Miami to sort out my childhood room, which we'll be moving into today.
Husband, and I said ex-husband, and they're like, ex-husband? So they didn't have the
And she's saying they. So I'm assuming we're still in the restaurant right now. I mean, I suppose technically there could be other police officers in the car when Isom General Isom brought her down to the station. I'd never really thought of that. I'd always envisaged just Wendi and General Isom sitting together in a car alone.
I mean, how do they know? They're just starting this.
So they thought we were still married, and so I was telling him
They thought we were still married.
everything, and then I was thinking, oh my God, now they're.
I mean, could that be they as in not multiple? Like they as in the police authority, which was represented by the one single lone man talking to me. Suppose it could be. Right? One single officer came to spoke to me from the police, and they think that blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
I think I'm a suspect. I should.
But of course you're a suspect, and you're a smart suspect. You should be the suspect. But I mean, you're not gonna get framed for a crime,
Right.
and you.
Yeah. Who is? Or who should be? You're not going to get framed for a crime. But what about Jeff?
It is in your absolute interest to, in every way,
Tell them
everything, because to the extent that if they don't know whoever did, if this goes unsolved, that's
so
the worst
scared
thing for
of
your boys.
So many things, Jane. Do you think whoever did this is going to come after the kids?
I'm very worried about that, and I think
I don't want to be left alone in that house. I want protection. I'm scared. I don't know who this is. I don't.
Okay, well, I think I mean, you should maybe go and stay, I think you should go stay, can you go to Lynn and David's?
Ellen, yeah,
You
they
should.
have lots of bedrooms. I could just
You
stay
should,
there
I
for
mean,
a
the
little
boys
bit.
are there,
Yeah.
and
I need to pick up a
They
few
need-
things. Like I would need my contact lens case.
just go there. I mean,
I'm really glad you're here.
I need to pick up a few things. Like I would need my contact lens case. Let me just give you a list. Let me find a way to ask you to do something for me without asking at all. Because then I don't even need to thank you, right? Yeah, oh God, I would need to pick up a few things. Like, I would definitely need my contact lens case, which is on the in the second drawer of the left nightstand in my bedroom. Yeah, no, it's top of the stairs, turn left, and it's on your right. So I'd need that, and I'd also need...
Here, I am losing my shit.
I wish they'd
Jane,
come back.
this is, they keep doing this where like they leave for long periods of time.
Great thing to put on the record as well, huh? The fact that she left a semi-essential item like a contact lens case. It's not really essential, is it? But you'd be annoyed if you forgot it, right? Yeah. Put that on video record. I was not prepared or packed. The only thing in the trunk of my car was a box full of my shitty books that I somehow conned into being the common read for a prestigious university. Amazing. If I wrote a book, Florida State University came to me and said, "Love the material. We want to make you the common read. 2026. How about it?" I'd say, "You want to put me on the shelf with that?" You know? What else do you want to do to me? Do you want to kill my pets? No, the answer is no.
Time, and it's 5:30 already.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for a while. I didn't know if I don't know. Are you looking to see if there's more info
No, I
online?
have not this from Danny, I have from Kara. So I called her.
I talked to Kara yesterday. I was taking a walk around 5. I met a new friend last night, a friend of a friend, this girl Malia. We went to Tallahassee food trucks
Wow.
last night, hung out with her for hours.
All the stuff that Wendi Adelson had to pretend to like to make it look like she had established a life for herself, and we made a great life here. I was happy at my job. And in my downtime, I would do great social things with all of my wonderful friends. Tallahassee food trucks, if you can call that food. No sushi. Yeah. No sushi served to me from a van. There actually is one here in South Portugal that I'd never seen before. A food truck that's sushi. Which makes it funny, especially in the summer. You know, I guess they have a good fridge, but raw fish in a hot van? Okay. It just doesn't sound right.
Are you telling her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she also Googled. And she said, oh my God, there was a shooting, do you know? So both she and John, you know.
Why would they Google? Why would that just come up?
I mean,
Anne-Marie Marin. Didn't that airhead victim advocate testify in Donna's trial? Or am I hallucinating that? She did. It was very brief. Very brief. I would And I don't know about airhead. She's been brought in to this room with an instruction, right? Someone calls her up at her desk, hey, we've got a victim here. We're going to need your expertise in trauma and how to help someone out of a difficult situation. That's her brief, right? She knows nothing else going in, basically. Hardly anything. So she's not being brought in here as a detective or as an investigator. But also, because Wendi Adelson, she's also she's inferior in age and in, she says to Wendi Adelson, oh, I think I saw you give a lecture once. It was really good. And I mean, she might have as well asked her for an autograph. She elevated Wendi by that statement. Which would be good, which would be a good thing to do as a victim advocate, right? You want to elevate the person, but in this case it was backwards. But because of that, Wendi Adelson, is there a worse surname to say when you've got a tongue that's halfway through your teeth? Wendi Adelson disregarded her as a, just dropped her mask, basically, more in front of the victim advocate. And she began to see, Wendi Adelson would say things like, Jeff sounds crazy when I talk about him like this, hoping to edge the victim advocate to say, listen, people can do crazy things, and whatever another person chooses to do, you should not feel guilty for. That's what Wendi Adelson was hoping for, right? She didn't get that. The victim advocate listened to the sentence. Jeff sounds really crazy when I talk about him like this. And she just went, I don't think so. I mean, you've said nothing to indicate that he would do this. And there were just a few side glances going on, I felt, from the victim advocate. And the way I see it is, she did sense something was wrong, but her much about to retire superior boss, who is a criminal detective, violent crimes, was in here treating her as a victim. So she followed the lead and maybe didn't have the confidence to go to her much just about to retire superior boss and say, are you sure you've got this right? Have you just been fooled? You stupid fool of a boss. It was her. She's the murderer. That would be awkward to do, right? And she's only 2 years into this job out of college. So she's very new. But I don't think she's an airhead. I think she's been brought into the room to do a job because of a cursory brief. And actually, more than any of the trained detectives, does pick up on a few things. And if it wasn't for the much superior about to retire boss being led like an idiot, treating her as a victim, maybe she just said something. Isom is the airhead, or the fudge hair. The fudge hair? That's what he wears at Halloween. It's a wig made of fudge.
I said to both of them, I'm going to the department, they're the people I said, I'm going to, John was there when I got John got the call from the police officer. So then I'm in the car, I'm like, I'm calling Kara.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on my way to the police office.
Well, I would have called you and Kara, but Kara's in Portland.
Right.
I'm really glad you're here.
So I just
big
came,
time.
no worries. And so I'm just saying to her that Danny's been shot and it's serious, because until I know that, I can't quite take it in that that's the,
do you think you could, you're allowed to leave the room, can you?
Oh, here they're coming. Hey,
I just wanted to let you know that Lynn just came.
Oh, good.
Just got the car seats in, and she's headed out.
So we have a real concern.
Okay.
Would it be possible for a rabbi to be sent to the hospital?
Okay.
So Danny's very
I don't know.
religious.
Okay.
I don't know if he's
And-
even alive, but.
Okay.
We're just really struggling with the idea that he's there alone.
No.
Okay.
And he's very religious.
Okay.
Extremely.
And
religious.
I'm sorry I didn't think of this earlier, but I can give you the names of the 2 rabbis in
Okay.
town, and I think they should be called.
Okay.
And at least he's not, because his family isn't, like, nobody's there with
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
If Sarah, can you write down these names?
Because
and
I think
numbers?
if they could go,
Okay.
whatever's happening,
I understand.
whatever state he's in, some kind of blessing
I
is
understand.
required.
Okay.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
I don't have any phone numbers,
Okay.
but Jack Romberg is the name of,
Romberg.
yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
is the name of one of the rabbis. The other rabbi has a name that's gonna take you a while to spell. His name
Sometimes
is,
those are the easy ones because I find one and that's the only one there
his
is.
name is Schnoyer Eurichman.
Common spelling on that?
That's really his
That was a
name.
good one.
But his
New
last name
page.
is Oirichman, Oirechman. His first name is Schnoyer, Schnoyer.
So I'm just Googling Rabbi Tallahassee. And
I'll see what I can find, if you'll tear that out for me, and I'll see what I can find.
Thank you.
But Lynn is here, the car seats are in, I've spoken to the preschool, I changed the name, they were fine with that.
Preschool knows that,
Lynn is coming.
okay.
Yes, I've spoken with them, after you spoke with them and told them she
It
was
was
coming,
gonna change.
they were fine.
Okay. Do
Um,
they know what's going on?
I don't know, the investigator,
Was
made
there.
contact, so I
Yeah.
don't know what all they know.
Okay.
But we spoke with Lynn and said.
She's gonna take him to the house?
Yep, and
does Lynn
said-
know what's going on?
We explained to her he is severely injured. He may, probably will not make it,
But
but
he knows not to, they don't tell the
correct.
So they're
Um,
just gonna pick him up, say, Mommy's
Mhm.
in a meeting, Mommy's busy?
time for McDonald's. Auntie Lynn's picking you up.
Okay.
And
Holy
then
moly.
and then I have her, cell phone number because I knew you didn't have your phone right then. We'll get that back to you here
Okay.
shortly, hopefully.
Okay.
And I told her that you would call her and probably go straight to the house, whether it's us taking you there, Jane taking you there, whatever, however you
Does my
need
car
to
need
get
to
there.
stay here?
I don't think so.
Did I gave them my keys,
Yep,
right?
they have the keys because I
That's
got the
my
car
house
seats
key.
out.
Okay.
But yeah, all that should be done. Unfortunately, just everything's time consuming. So that's, kind of all we're waiting on.
Okay, okay.
Let me see what I
So
can.
good, we need that, I mean, that's just.
Do you think that she says that to everybody, or just the cases that General Isom is running? Unfortunately, everything's a little bit, time consuming, because every 5 minutes he takes a break to go to the fridge. I'll be back in a minute. I think there's a cherry sponge at the back. I swear I saw that a few days ago. Yeah, it's packed behind all of these moon pies. I'm going to be a while.
Okay,
just
absolutely.
really
And
urgent.
it's Jack Romberg and Rabbi
You can call him like Oirichman,
or Rickman. Okay.
Eurichman. Yeah, it's Rabbi Shudi, Shnu, Shubu, whatever. It's Rabbi whatever. Rabbi something. Oh, it's spilling over into the law enforcement officials now. They're all going to be making fun of an innocent person, holy man, an innocent holy man. Let's make fun of his name. How do you think he felt when he saw this? Yeah, his name is Schnoyer Voira Rickman Schenberg or something. What? That's actually his name, his stupid name. Can you believe it? And they're all laughing. I mean, God, unbelievable. And in this situation, I mean, that would be bad in any situation. But a murder.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you for thinking of that.
You're welcome.
And I did tell Investigator Iceland that you want to talk to him again. So
Yeah.
he'll come in.
And is there a bathroom that I could use?
Yes.
I had a similar urgency need. They made me swipe my hands before they let me use the bathroom.
I know.
Mm-hmm. You're going to go to your left. And then kind of in that little...
Don't break character, Wendy. You see, obviously being in front of a homicide detective. Now, you wouldn't say that that is not challenging, would you? That's got to be challenging when it was you. But the thing that's also challenging is maintaining that character, being consistent with that character while no one's in the room. And it's so often the place where people slip up because, you know, sometimes they forget that there's a camera. Wendy doesn't do that bad, I suppose, but you can see her going over the plan in her mind. You know, what stage are we at? Okay, we did the restaurant, TV, bourbon, restaurant. Cops came and got me. We did the reveal. I've got a victim advocate, which is great. That's a good sign. Things are going our way. And now I've managed to get Jane in here. I actually got that done, and she mentioned Jeff. I did that. So check. We're doing good. We're about 55% of the way through my plot. Hey, thank you so much, Miss Myers, for that beautiful PayPal. That is awesome. That is so good. And to everybody else, hey, here's a great idea. One-time offer, one-time special offer, Christmas offer. It is the season. Now, usually there is a suggested minimum on PayPal donations of $500. But today we are accepting anything. And how many people have we got in chat? 57. You know, it would be great, guys. Seriously. If anyone has PayPal, if you've heard of PayPal, just $1. Couple of bucks, great. Head on to PayPal, send us $2. That would be fantastic. Can we crowdsource that? We would so appreciate it, guys. We're still digging our way out of this hole. You know, yeah. I think we'll get there in March. In March, we'll be okay. But until then, we're completely and utterly dependent on you. A couple of bucks? That'd be great. That'd be so nice. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Myers, for leading the charge, leading the storm.
sorry. Do you mind if I sit in this chair?
Oh, please do.
Jane, I'm sorry. I don't know that his family knows yet. Did they get that
We're
information?
working on that now. What we do usually as a law enforcement agency, we don't like to tell people that over the phone if we can try to avoid it, just because it's kind of shocking news, and we
They're in
usually.
Canada.
So can you tell
What we're
law
trying-
enforcement there to go to the house?
Correct, that's what we're trying to do now.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't know, especially people's conditions and how they're going to react. So if someone gets so upset that they have a heart attack or something, we want, not
It's
just be
better.
on the phone.
It's better to have a human.
Mhm.
But they're working on that now.
Yes.
So it's an actual fact that he's not going to survive these injuries.
That's what General Isom?
Yes, investigator Isom. Yeah, that's what he.
He's not a general.
Investigate.
Whatever.
Beautiful. Almost a full 2 years ago, we started using General Isom because of this. Is it a malapropism? I'm calling it a malapropism. Yeah. Or just error, just fake error. And it's spread beyond this community. We've seen it on Reddit all the time from people that we don't know going, and when General Isom comes in. And then some people don't get it, and they think, why are you calling him a general? It's like, go back and watch the fucking interview again. It's cult meta, baby.
Sometimes, so it's okay.
I was just like in the car with it. I'm like, what is your name? What do I do?
It's Craig. Or as the people at the fudge competition call me, Champion Craig.
I saw that one from Kara. If you need to call her, you can. You're not being held hostage here.
Oh. I just, you can go. You're not being held hostage here like me. Passive, aggressive, I'm the victim fucking comment like that, huh? I'd love to know. I'd love to meet some of the people, which, I accept will be many, many, many people. Lap this shit up that Wendi does, right? Oh, you can go. You're not being held hostage here against your will in this cold, smelly, horrible room. I wish I was in an interrogation room in Miami. Miami-Dade County, they have just recarpeted all of their interrogation rooms. And the chairs that they have in there, made in Denmark. All chairs made in Denmark.
Just tell her.
So what we're in the process right now, and to do that, generally we have to. It's almost like a telegraph that we send to the other agency, kind of giving them
Sure,
information
right,
on who
right.
to make contact. It's very old school as we were when I started working here.
I know that it's not like
Telegraph, okay. Meaning, what, image? I mean, in my head, I was thinking, what do you call it? Telegram. Where they had to send everything out in Morse code. Like on the Titanic. QCD, that's the distress call. Yeah, I mean, I just imagine General Isom somewhere in the back, in the tech room, with their latest piece of equipment, the telegram machine. Or is it telegraph machine? A telegraph machine sends telegrams. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's tapping everything out in Morse code. Eating fudge. Making the machine all sticky.
well, I don't know what
I don't know what's happening right now, which is the portion of time that I want to focus on, okay? That's the gap. That's the gap we need to fill. What can we do to fill that gap, Sarah? You and me. Well, you. Mostly, yeah, you. How can you serve me by filling the gap of information I require? Go get it. And can we get some coffee? What about those little croissants? Are they still here? What do you mean he ate the whole tray?
You want him to
I mean,
like.
that
They
sounds
want
pretty
to get in contact
bad.
with them because I think some decisions need to be made, and because they're his parents, they would be his next
Next
of
of
kin.
kin.
Yeah.
So he's still alive, but he's maybe on life support or some such thing.
I don't know
You
the
don't
medical
know.
terms around it, but it's, from what Investigator Isom was telling her, it does not look,
He was shot in the head?
from what was it,
He didn't-
Investigator Isom?
I said that and he didn't answer it.
So it's just he was very badly
He shot.
shot multiple times, maybe badly.
When I think he did say that there was trauma to his face. And that's
I
when
was
you were
saying I
asking
wanted
about
the
showing the
kids.
boy.
I wanted the kids
Yes, you
to be
can't.
with him,
You-
but not if he
yeah.
looks scary.
And not if he's, I mean, there's nothing to be.
I know. I just thought he might be like.
No, I
when
know,
I got
like-
the
like
feeling
he
he
got
might be a
shot in
little
the
bit
leg.
alive.
Right,
And if
right.
he was a little bit alive, I wanted him to like touch
Be
the
able to
kids
see
one
the
more
children,
time.
right, but he's apparently beyond that, like he probably hasn't
From
regained
what Investigator Isom
consciousness.
said, correct, yes. I
He's
from
been,
what he was saying, I wouldn't
he was
take
found
it.
in a really dreadful state, and he has not come out of any kind of, he ended that phase. Oh, Wendi, good Lord. Have you called your parents, darling?
No, after I, like, we're just
Can
going.
she call her parents?
They have
I
my.
don't see, they have her phone.
Yeah, but I know their number.
their number.
I do know my family's number.
I don't
Know the answer?
that, I don't wanna say yes, go ahead,
Okay, I'm
but
gonna go to the bathroom and come back. Do you need to like? Am I a suspect? You need to like watch me.
no, I don't need to watch you.
Okay, I'll be back.
What I'll do too is,
Am I a suspect? Can we confirm that again? What is my current status? I'm still a victim, right? There's not a group of detectives in there that are now, calling me a suspect, huh? I will be able to go to the bathroom by myself out of cuffs. Okay? And is he dead yet? Are they going to update me? If I could get that confirmed. Is there a machine keeping him alive? Do we really need that? Unplug the machine. I'm his wife. It's my right.
I'll just check and see if you can.
Boom! Thank you so much. Just Susie Q. How you doing? Good job, good job, good job. We like that. Super sticker. That is a beautiful sticker. Boss.
Call your
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Again, I don't see any issue with it.
I just think they're gonna want to come up.
Well, and you're gonna want them here, honey.
Yeah.
So they
I want
need to,
them-
they need to get in the car right now, and they need to come up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what needs to happen, because they can stay with you at your house.
And they can
We
help me
can,
with the
we
boys.
just try to figure out if you're
Bathroom.
safe to be in the house.
Yeah.
Good one, Jane. Good one, Jane. Wendy's like, yeah, okay, I was safe to be in the house. That's great. Okay, where's that detective? I want armed guards. And not you, someone competent. I want the National Guard. Tell them to set up a full perimeter around Aqua Ridge Way, 3303, and give every soldier, I guess, a picture, a photograph of Jeff.
Hey, it's me. So I'm just updating you. Danny is expected to die.
Mm. Jane on the phone in a room giving the news for the first time to a third party. Her husband, I suppose. There's something about little elements of this interrogation video like that are unexpected. You see how the news starts to travel. Now, Jane's got some information, misinformation, false lies firsthand. But then her husband, he tells two friends, and then they tell two friends, and then they tell two friends. And then the entire jury pool is tainted. And we can never have a trial for Annie Adelson.
Gunshot wounds.
Danny is expected to die. How is that how you give the news of a shooting? Danny is expected to die. Of what? Of like slow-moving cancer that he's got 36 months to live? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll be extra kind to him in the lunch hall.
Don't tell anybody else, just keep it to yourself. But I know that you're... Yeah, no, he's...
Don't tell anybody else, just keep it to yourself. I mean, why are you telling him? You know? What an annoying thing, and why? We need to protect the integrity of the investigation. Well, what? No, we don't. You're in here pointing the finger at Jeff, who's somewhere in Tennessee right now.
Right, no, he's... Wendy, of course, I mean, they've been interviewing her as a suspect, and I have such a...
Armand Fence, 4514, says she wants Mom to tell Charlie, but not Rob. Yeah, well, Rob wasn't really, he was cast out, wasn't he? And wasn't anything to do with the murder plot. I mean, Charlie didn't need to know. It was a weird thing. At the end of the call that happens later, who said that about salty warm water? That's what I need. I have to go and get that because my tongue, it's too big. And I can't say certain words. It's annoying and painful. If you would like to help us purchase salt, I just realized I don't fucking have any. Yeah. The salt is finished. Shit. Yeah. If you want to support our salty beverage, head over to PayPal. That's the best place. And hey, usually we don't even look at donations that are less than $1,000. But today is different. Today, we don't care if you're poor or looking for work, because we know that you can spare $2. If you have electricity, which I also don't, or on a very limited basis, if I turn more than 3 things on at once, none of them can be high power, but I have 5 minutes before I have to go and reset the fucking box. And then they cut it off. Trying to force me to pay them the bill. I'm not going to cave. They think they can break me. They can't break me. But they can hurt my tongue. And to fix our tongue, we need salt. And to get salt, we need you. $2, $3, $500, whatever it is, big or small, is acceptable. On PayPal. PayPal's the best place. What were we saying? Yeah. It didn't make any sense that in Wendi Adelson's... I need to stop saying Adelson. Wendi Adelson's call to her mother is like, at the end of the call... Well, actually, she calls her back, doesn't she? Can you tell Charlie for me? Because I really don't want to be making any calls right now. Well, why does Charlie need to know? Is that, like, would that be on her mind? You know, it's like, stick to the task at hand, you know? I'm in trauma. Mom and Dad, you need to come up. Help me look after the boys. But let me also consider my brother. You know, I think maybe, was it originally supposed to be Wendi that was to tell Charlie? This is another thing people like to go on about. They go, how did Katie know? Because when Sigfredo called her to say, hey, it's done, she said, I know, apparently, which is reported by Luis Rivera, who heard it through the phone on the other side of the car. So it's weak. It's weak. It might have been, I know. It's a third-hand witness. I mean, it's not fundamentally confirmed that that's what was said, is it? I don't think Katie's ever been asked about that, strangely. It's her birthday tomorrow, by the way, guys. Katie McBanawer will be 41 in prison. 22nd of December. Or December 22nd. If you have to be different. Yeah, why does Charlie need to know? And certainly not Rob. But yeah, he wasn't really part of the film. I know that Donna came to him and said, hey, if the FBI come to you, you should tell them that, okay, they've already been here and I told them everything I know. Good, Rob. Honest Rob.
Suggested Jeff Lacoste and also suggested that we get a rabbi over there. Because he's alone, he doesn't have family here. This is really terrible. It's really terrible. There's nothing you can do that I can think of when he's got, I mean, they brought me here to get the kids, but I thought, God, the poor children, they won't know me, and actually it's probably better that I'm, here with Wendi. I'm sitting here with the victim advocate and now the investigator, and I'm gonna get off the phone. I will, all right, bye, Dawn.
Okay, I appreciate you coming up here.
I'll get out of your way.
It's time to go.
Okay.
We got some more stuff we have to take care of. But I really appreciate you coming.
I appreciate you coming up here. It's time to go. Feel free to pick up a piece of fudge on your way out. If there's any left. I'm just joking, of course. Of course there's none left. What do you think I've been doing for the past hour while I've been letting you, a civilian, come in here and tamper and interfere with my most important witness? You seriously thought there'd be any fudge left for you to pick up on your way out? I was kidding. David Anderson Kirk is back. Good job, David. Yeah, Isom might as well just say, listen, lady, what are you doing? Get out. Go and do your gossip now, lady. Go and run around town and tell everyone the news, but then also tell them not to tell anyone else. Don't tell anyone this, but people do that. We've all done it. Everybody's done that. Listen, don't say anything, which is probably the advice I should take. But I need to tell you. But you definitely can't tell anyone. And you know that they're going to do it too.
Up here talking to her. And
And, and you I've suggested to you that you look at Jeff Lacoste.
Ah,
That's what Sarah was saying. I'm not sure who that guy is.
Well,
but
she'll tell you about it. And
yeah, you don't know Jeff Lacasse? And you're a cop? Are you new? He's the local rage thug in town. He goes around town and obsesses over women. And threatens their exes. That's his favorite thing to do on a Saturday afternoon and all day Sunday.
is she going to tell me everything?
I imagine she will. I mean, she's been Danny's a jealous guy, Jeff is a jealous
Okay.
guy.
All right.
That as a social worker, I would
Okay.
be.
Well, let me ask you this. If Jeff is the new guy, why would he feel
Just-
it?
Just because because this is something I wouldn't say in front of Wendy.
Okay.
I thought you said
Then he loves Wendy. Danny makes Wendy's life very difficult. Wendy is currently making his life very difficult. I don't know him to be a lunatic, but he's a jealous guy.
Okay. All right.
That's what I
That's
would
very
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him to be a lunatic. But he is a jealous guy. In fact, that's his favorite solo John Lennon song. Oh, God. After Imagine, then it's Jealous Guy every time.
He's my colleague, so he's somebody I think of as a decent guy.
That would be who now?
Jeff Lacoste is my
Okay.
colleague.
Okay. All right.
Are you leaving?
Yes, I'm being kicked out.
Oh.
I think of him as a decent colleague. But also, I had a conversation 2 days ago, and Wendy kept using the word jealous and brainwashed me. And I still haven't woken up.
Really. But I can come get you if you need me.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can't drive, it's no problem.
What's
You
your
know-
number, Jane, so I can give you a call too?
321-4657. I'm happy to come get you. I'm happy to come get you. You need to talk to these guys.
Can you make sure someone goes to see Danny? I guess they're gonna do
You're
that.
gonna
That's
do
not
that,
your
right?
job.
You're gonna make sure that there's
I know Sergeant Baldwin, when I was out there, I've been talking to her when you
It's
were
really
they were
critical
working
that
on that.
that he be blessed today.
Oh,
It's absolutely
okay.
critical
Gotcha.
that he see him.
It's critical that he be blessed today. This is apparently false. The Jews don't do that. Like the last rites in, this will be fun to say with my tongue, Catholicism. Shit. That is the worst word. Catholicism. No.
Okay.
That a rabbi go there, absolutely critical.
All right.
All
Okay,
right, honey.
bye. Thank you for coming.
Okay, I am available to you. I'm going now, but you know,
Yeah.
this is a process and you're gonna move through it. Thank
Okay.
you, I'm glad, thanks very much. And these guys were very generous to let me come in here at all, so thanks very much.
You're welcome. I'll be back.
Bye-bye.
And I get a piece of fudge.
I think
Do you think that's something that General Isom suggested at one of the monthly meetings? You know, the brainstorm meetings about how to improve things in the department. Isom's comes in. The floor is his. He says, "But I've been thinking about the waiting room for victims and witnesses. How about when they leave, we have a big tray of fudge for them that they can collect and take with them." He's in there every morning, stuffing his pockets. Huge, greasy stains coming through the legs of his pants. These bulging grease patches on his legs as he walks through the office. The person chairing the meeting, though, just shot it down immediately. He said, "Listen, Isom, we went through all this before with your chicken wing idea, okay? It's a no. Stop trying to con your way into pockets full of treats.
They'll just ask you some more questions and they just need to, they don't. And sometimes, friends and family try to help, but sometimes they can
No, it was good that she
tell
called
their
it
side
that.
yeah. And that was good. I'm sorry, it's so cold in here and I was irresponsible and didn't offer you a jacket
I'm
sooner.
not sure if it's cold in here. I was like shaking from the moment the officers came into the restaurant and were like not
Right, that's
telling
not a
me what
normal
was going on,
situation.
and so I didn't know what it was. I knew it wasn't good, and so I feel like my body started shaking a few hours ago.
I didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew it wasn't good. I knew that police detectives weren't going to come to my lunch and take me to the station with no information and then get me in an interview room and say, you have just won the postcode lottery and we're writing you a check for 100,000 pieces of fudge.
I don't know if I'm actually cold, but thank you for the jacket.
Well, it's generally, I don't have goosebumps yet, but usually I get goosebumps in this room, so it might be warmer than normal, but I think nerves. And then they said that they should be done with your phone very soon too, and then that's when.
What did Wendy? No, the victim advocate. She was like, "Oh, I get goosebumps in this room," but she said something about nerves, right? Nerves. If you're nervous, you can get goosebumps. And Wendy Adelson did not acknowledge that. We're not going to give any weight to me being nervous. I'm traumatized, lady. I'm a victim. Let's get it right. Not nervous. Oh, fuck. It's so hard to go back just a little bit on this.
I think he'll just ask you some more questions and they just need to, they don't. And sometimes, friends and family try to help, but sometimes they can
No, it was good that she
tell
called
their
it
side
that.
yeah. And that was good. I'm sorry, it's so cold in here and I was irresponsible and didn't offer you a jacket
I'm
sooner.
not sure if it's cold in here. I was like shaking from the moment the officers came into the restaurant and were like not
Right, that's
telling
not a
me what
normal
was going
situation.
on, and so I didn't know what it was. I knew it wasn't good, and so I feel like my body started shaking a few hours ago. I don't know if I'm actually cold, but thank you for the jacket.
Well, it's generally, I don't have goosebumps yet, but usually I get goosebumps in this room, so it might be warmer than normal, but I think nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said that they should be done.
Nerves? What are those? Nerves? You idiot. It's trauma, moron. What do they teach you at victim advocate school, How to hold a box of tissues? Did I mention I went to Cambridge?
Your phone very soon too, and then that's when.
Will they just sort of, can I get an update from I just want to make sure the kids are not freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't know what I told them.
I just want to make sure that, that he's dead and hasn't been conscious enough to identify anybody that could lead back to anyone.
And I trust her very much, but is there any way to just get an update on my kids to make sure I know they're okay, they're in good hands, but I don't know, I mean, just to make sure they're not being told
Too much information at once.
yeah, or just where's mommy? I would like them to say mommy's at a work meeting or something,
Right, okay.
Just something that the kids would understand, sometimes mommy's at work, so they get the idea of
Okay.
I mean, they would wonder why is mommy at work at this hour, but something.
Okay, let me check on that, okay?
I'm not trying
Hey.
to create more work for you.
You're not.
Hey, thank you so much, Veggie Girl. What's on the menu tonight, Veggie Girl? Zucchini with fried rice a side of lettuce. Thank you so much for the fabulous PayPal support donation, Veggie Girl. That is very kind, and we thank you dearly.
This is kind of what I'm here for right now. Exactly what I'm here for. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandy. Brandy Strong. Thank you so much, Brandy, for that glorious South Carolinian PayPal donation. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. We got a really good thing going. Now, the rest of you, let's go. $2, $1, $100. Everyone puts in $1. We are digging our way out of the hole. Let's go. PayPal. There's the link. It's right there. Wendy's like, I can't believe that girl in here just called me nervous. I better amp up my trauma. Let me turtle head my neck into this sweater and fold up into a ball like a hedgehog. I am a hedgehog that's about to get hit by a bus. But if I go into a ball, that really is my best option, right? You wouldn't call a hedgehog nervous, would you? You would say that he is taking up the most effective position of defense available to him at the time. That mean old bus. I would skip this, but I find it fascinating. And unfortunately, we don't have fast mode because this video is playing from our a private collection.
Sitting in this room by myself right now is like a form of torture.
I'm sorry. I know. I keep leaving you, and I don't want to, but Joanna, who's been in and out of here, the female, she is just to get some back. She's our special victims investigator, which means she does all the child and sexual assault and those types of crimes.
Yeah.
And she spoke to Lynn, and Lynn's very well aware that
Lynn also has an MSW.
Of course, everyone does. It seems like sometimes. So very aware that they don't know, what's going on, not to disclose anything,
Yeah.
overly.
But Lynn knows.
I don't know what Joanna's. I mean, Lynn knows something's up and something's wrong, and I'm sure Lynn and like everyone else seems to do nowadays probably Googled or looked at the news,
Yeah.
So, and I think she does know that involves obviously.
What do you type into Google, on the day as it's happening? I don't think everyone's on Google. There was a shooting, okay? So, I don't know. Everyone's on Google. Well, yeah, but they're looking up fudge recipes. Chocolate marshmallow fudge. Quick and easy. Quick and easy chocolate marshmallow fudge. That's what they're doing on Google with sticky fingers.
And then also she, they did get in touch
With the rabbi?
with one of the rabbis, yes.
Are
So
they going over there?
I believe so, yes.
Great.
And then, if nothing else, even the hospital usually has.
Hi.
Yeah, the rabbi has slid down the synagogue pole, jumped into the Torah mobile, and sped on over to perform a ritual that isn't included in their faith. I think he mostly went there to liaise with family that might attend or something like that. Standby rabbi. We're going to need a rabbi on standby. Clip on the ringlets. He gets down the synagogue pole to the bottom of the synagogue pole, realizes he isn't wearing his clip-on ringlets and has to run back upstairs, losing vital seconds.
That's his cell phone number.
Okay.
I spoke with him, and he's going up there.
Good.
I spoke.
That's his cell phone number. Is it 0800 Jew? Or Juice?
With the hospital, and they have already had somebody come by. They have already had a rabbi come by.
Really?
Because they have
I wonder who they
chaplains.
have.
Yeah, his doctor, the chief of surgery, is actually a part-time rabbi.
They have chaplains of all different denominations.
Like just on call.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of Jews in town.
I don't know, but he is going,
Thank God.
and that's his cell phone.
Okay.
I told him you would probably touch base and reach out to him
Honestly,
whenever. No.
I
Okay.
don't really have a great relationship with him.
Okay.
So he's not really who I want to talk to right
That's
now. I
fine.
just want to make sure he's
The
giving
other
Danny
rabbi
what
that you
he
gave.
needs.
I don't really have a great relationship with him. He's not who I want to talk to right now. Okay, well, I see what I think that means. If we translate that out of Wendi and put it into real words, it means this particular rabbi that I don't have a great relationship with knew I was up to something. Knew that I was a vicious, spiteful, evil bitch in the divorce. And suspected that me and my family might have to might do something drastic, right? There was talk of that. So I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to bring him in here for him to, what did you, I know it was you. I know it was you and your mother.
He is out of town.
I have a great relationship with him.
Okay, yeah, he's on his voicemail. It said he's out of town
I saw
till
on Facebook. He's with his grandkids.
Yeah, so would be in and out.
Okay.
He was like, "Is there anybody else in the community I need to reach out to?" I said, "As of right now, so."
Is there anybody else in the community, that matters? That isn't a hick that I'm temporarily pretending to include in my life? No. Obviously. They're all hicks that I hate. Now, who can we get? Well, there is my parents, but they're all the way down there. I need them here.
Somebody to his parents in case they don't.
Yeah, have them. They would probably want to talk to the rabbi. So, I'm really glad he's going over there. I can't talk to him right now.
Okay, and that's fine. And I mean, he asked about you and asked if there was anything you needed, and okay, so, and I said, well, I may have her, if she wants to reach out, and he's like, absolutely, anything, that's needed, so.
God.
And
Thank you.
No problem. And don't worry, Lynn, we spoke. She knows the children don't know what's going on.
And she knows?
She knows that he was seriously injured, and that.
Did she seem okay? Like, is she with
Yeah.
Alan? Are they
No,
together?
I talked with Alan.
Uh-huh.
She was out when I got him.
Okay.
Apparently he just does not answer his cell phone. He's like, let me give you my cell phone. I was like, I've called it twice. So she was out somewhere. She wasn't at home when I got a hold of him.
Okay.
So he said, let me call her. I'll have her come. So she came by herself, but she had talked to him. She was fine. Cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
She's, and just for time's sake, I knew Jane was up here with you. I was going to bring her up, but it was
No,
at
it's
5:30 getting her out to get the kids.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
knows the kids don't know anything. And it was going to be, mom's running late. Aunt Lynn, it's McDonald's time, whatever the
Okay.
case may be.
That sounds great.
All right.
Kosher McDonald's. Yeah. Could I get a cheeseburger with extra cheese and extra burger? In fact, could you put the cheese and the burger in a blender just to make sure that it's really mixed? All mixed up. Kosher rules have to do with the mixing of milk and meat. Mix.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm sorry my face is so red. I told her I was laughing because my rear end's sticking.
Does anybody remember the Ugly Duckling album, Meat Shake? Maybe David does. That was the best. That was the best album. Meat Shake. Yeah. Sponsored by Dan Markel.
Up, bending over, getting the seats. I was like, I'm sure 7th
my
Avenue
God.
is loving
Did you
this.
see all the Cheerios that are in that car?
We did. At least you.
I know
can be
it's
all back and
there.
out.
I meant.
We were going on about earlier how Wendi does this thing of asking for a favor without asking. I'm sure everybody has that done to them multiple times a day. It's a feature of the modern world. And sometimes we catch ourselves doing it, don't we? On occasion. But what was it earlier? She said to Jane, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to have to go to the house because there's a few things I'm going to need. If I'm going to stay at Lynn and Alan's, if I'm going to stay with the Grossmans, I'm going to need to go back to the house to pick up a few things. There's my contact lens case that is in the second drawer of the left nightstand in my bedroom, which is top of the stairs on your right and turn left. while thinking of her own things to do. And of course Jane would say, I could do that for you. Oh, you could? Only if you're going by. Don't go out of your way, like to Ohio. But if you're in Florida, definitely do this task for me. And because it was your idea, I won't even have to thank you. Because you're a good friend. And what does she see here? What? Oh, speaking to the detective that's looked through her car. Did you see all the Cheerios on the back? Yeah. Yeah. I really didn't want to be vacuuming my car when I was going through this trauma and a witness at risk. But I guess I'll have to. Unless...
You
No,
cleaned the car
please.
this week. No, I'm glad I didn't, because it would look like I was trying to erase a crime scene.
Well, and the funny thing was,
Yeah, I was trying to erase a crime scene days ago. Or maybe she's referring when she went to the gas station today. Beth, hello. I valley every get. B. Oh, it's, I guess that was I thought that was in Hebrew. That's the first line of the Torah, isn't it? I value every get be. Shalom.
is it, we said, I don't know which car seat goes to which. And when we were walking up, I said, okay, I have the left, you have the right.
Yeah, that's important. What a fucking Tweedledee, Tweedledum General Isom problem that is. As soon as he's finished riding a unicycle across a tightrope wire while eating from a tray of fudge, in case you didn't know, that is his party trick every year at the Tallahassee Pig Race. The evening performance, and it has to be that because it's not necessarily the kind of event that children would attend. But General Isom rides a unicycle across a tightrope wire naked. But everything's covered up by a giant tray of fudge. Anyway, the thing about, we've mixed up the car seats and now doesn't know which one goes where. And these two idiot cops are just running back and forth. Like round and round the car, not knowing the other guy is doing the same thing. That's a classic. That's a clown performance. That's probably what's happening below the unicycle tightrope wire thing, fudge thing.
Right, and then we sat him down, and she and I picked him up, and I went, I don't remember
One
which
kid
one
is
was
short
which.
and chunky, and one kid is long and skinny.
So when they get in and it doesn't fit, they'll have to figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Because as we were walking out, I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah. One kid is long and skinny, and one kid is short and chunky. Yeah, well, I'm guessing they both fit in your average fucking car seat. We're going to have to put this one in vertically, and we'll put this one in horizontally. We'll make it work. It's like an egg box.
Remember which one was which?
Lynn is really great.
Yeah, so she was great, and Alan was like, because I was very cryptic with him.
Come on, Beth, I want to know what you said. I want to know the ending. What is it? Oh, it's on the screen. Look. Yeah, we got you. I valley every get B TCM live. It is just me. Is it just me or us? They am interpreting. Oh, I see. So that's an intentional. I love that. I love that. I want to get that tattooed on someone else. On you, Beth.
I just don't want to tell you. He's like, do I need to come up there? I'm like, no,
That sounds
no,
like
no.
Alan.
He said, everything's fine.
That's a good
I was
invitation.
like, she's all right. He's like, okay. So.
But you told him that Danny was.
I told Lynn more than I told him.
Okay.
Just because it was on the phone, so I'm sure when.
I told Lynn more than I told him. But I told Jim more than I told Quinn. And then they all told each other, and now everybody knows.
Lynn left here, she called. So.
Am I just gonna be here for like hours?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think it's gonna be that long.
I think they're just quite honestly waiting on the phone. Remember how we told you they put it on the machine?
Yeah, that he had to.
To do the phone, and it just takes
Forever.
depending what's on there.
Yeah.
As far as if you have lots of pictures of the kids, or it takes some time to do that.
Yeah.
And then they actually brought your van back here,
Awesome.
and I got the car seats out of that, and I think they were finishing up. So I think that's
I'm
all
gonna need
they're
the
waiting.
police help to get the car seats back in.
You may.
I always have them installed here.
Yeah, and on the strap that goes over, we
Yeah.
hooked them. I didn't tighten them as tight as they should be. I was like, here,
You know
can you
what?
see? And she's like, nope, I'm good, because they weren't moving. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a chore. That's why my face is so red, because I've been out there doing that. But I'll touch base with Isom. Hopefully it's not.
We wanted to talk to him about a potential lead, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Sorry, I know it's a lot of running around and.
I want to talk to my parents and get them up here.
And I told him that, and he said it should be relatively soon that you get your phone back, and then they'll.
Why not use someone else's phone?
No, I don't. Yeah, because you know the number. Let me go ask again and just be like, can she just call
Yeah. Do you have a phone, right?
a cell phone?
If I could borrow it, though.
Almost a Stephen McDaniel stillness here. Look at this. Do you think she's remembering the yoga instructor from her awkward yoga date? And move back into triangle pose. Breathe into half moon pose. Feel the stress leaving your body like a note being blown from a flute. There you go. It wasn't a very good flute, Wendy.
How you doing?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
How are you doing?
Feel like my head's about to explode.
I'm about the same.
Okay. I need to find out.
Feel like my head's about to explode. Well, what do you think's going to happen when you eat a whole fucking tray of fudge? You know, get on the unicycle, detective. High wire me, baby. Hey, everybody, support the dog. The dog needs a bone or a coffee with a bone in it. You can support that dog on PayPal.
This number here, 6800.
That's Danny's number. Wait, 6800. 202.
8200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm just going through, these are phone calls that you made.
Yeah.
Charlie's your brother?
Yeah. Well, I didn't call any like weird sex hotlines or anything this morning.
That's okay, we've seen that
Really
before.
embarrassing.
That's all right. You checked your voicemail yet?
Uh-huh. Was that still a thing in 2014? Fucking telephone fucking sex talk lines? What? It's like, hey Wendy, you have heard of this thing called the internet and this thing called free fucking porn, right? I mean, what the fuck? I didn't call any weird sex hotlines. Well, why would you unless you were living in 1985?
Oh.
Or no, you
Why
checked.
would it be a 305 number?
I don't know.
Um,
Your number, isn't that you?
Yeah, that's
Cindy?
me.
Okay, called this number.
okay. That says voicemail. but-
Right.
Okay, I
I
guess
don't know
that's the
what
voice.
that means, but I'm just basically going over this with you to see if you can clear up anything. And of course, this is Charlie, your brother.
Yeah.
Your brother. Michelle Turner.
A friend of mine who lives in Colorado. Renee.
Oh, just before we get on to Renee, a friend of mine who lives in Colorado. Isn't she supposed to say, yeah, my veterinarian friend in Colorado who is opening their own practice, that's their number. She's got this thing about constantly. They're dentists. That's a law professor. They're writing their own book. The sort of curriculum vitae of all her associates, which of course is to say, you know, I am upper crust, inner circle, high society, not a killer. Renee is a very good friend of mine. If ever there was a woman I would love to get a hug from today, it's Renee. But she's busy.
Renee's the one that used to be the victim advocate. Renee is a very close.
You see these eyes down here? Head tilt forward, eyes up. That's Wendy's sexy pose, right? When she's talking to Fudge Boy over here. If women start looking at you like that a lot, you know, be careful. Have a close look.
A friend of mine that is interviewing at FSU today for a position and leaving at 7:30. And if there was ever a woman I would really like to get a hug from, it's Renee, but I don't want to bother her on her.
Rita Hinden.
That's the
Yeah.
mother.
All right, next. Fucking hell. Yeah, we're going through the list, Wendy. Hey, that's my friend in Colorado. Veterinarian, opening their own practice, writing a book. A romantic novel. Yeah, and this one? Renee is a very good friend of mine, giving a lecture at FSU at 7:30 tonight. If ever there was a woman I would like to get a hug from today, it's Renee, but she's really busy. Okay, should I be writing this down, Wendy? What the fuck? Oh, Stan! Stan is a board member at at Coca-Cola Scholars, and is on tour at the moment with a troupe of what? Okay. What did he have for lunch? Roasted fudge?
My friend Tova Nougat, so it must be like a family plan under her mom's name for some reason. But
So you call.
Yeah, they laugh at Schneuer Eurichmann, but Tova Nougat just, slid through the cracks. Tova Nougat sounds like a dessert, doesn't it? I think Isom's just about to get up and go out of the room to take care of an urge, right? He's gonna. Okay, do we have anything in the fridge that's called Tova Nougat? Because if we don't have anything, I'm going to mix a load of other things together and invent it. This is Tova Nougat, the blend of whipped cream, butter, and dark cooking chocolate melted down into a thick paste. From here on now known as the dessert invented by a detective called Tova Nougat. That'll be on every menu in every high-end restaurant across the United States. Top column of the food section of the New York Times. New dessert creates storm across America. Tova Nougat. The delicious bowl that people can't stop talking about.
Oh,
my friend Tova was returning her message.
T-O-B-A?
T-O-V-A, Tova.
Okay. Emily Benfer?
I didn't talk to her. I sent her a text.
Okay, I see it.
Just sent her I just sent her a gift for her baby, and she was texting me to thank me.
Here, we're going to talk about Jeff here in a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It looked like part of the ceiling just fell off.
I know, I was worried about that too. It's like that one's from
Right?
before, but maybe it was some others.
Oh, I really can't. I guess I need to hold on to this in case Danny needs
Just
it.
have in case, yeah.
And
I took it down too, so when I get in contact with his parents, I can refer.
it would matter to them
Okay.
to have contact with like the local Jewish stuff in town. I bet that's I won't answer it, but it's my friend Robin, and I bet she's in the general counsel's office at FSU. I bet I wonder what people have seen by now.
I don't know, and that's kind of why we're trying to get his parents notified, because it's very difficult now to beat technology and news sometimes in this field.
I missed Robin. Please call Jimmy Judkins. That's my attorney. Should I call him? That's my attorney for the divorce case, not like an attorney for like.
And once Investigator Isom finishes talking to you, I'd call whoever you feel comfortable with calling.
Okay. Whoa. Just need to know you're all okay. I don't even know who these people are. Can I listen to the message from Robin just to hear why I need to call Jimmy? She's called a lot of times. God, I wonder what she knows. Try the. Can you write? Oh, she's gonna text me. Never mind. It's weird. So why would Jimmy need to talk to me? He's my lawyer for the divorce case. This is Lincoln from last week.
cutie, very pretty hair. Very serious in that picture.
So cute. I'm curious, like, what's coming in. Right now it looks like a whole bunch of nothing. No one's writing me yet. I can get a sale on Victoria's Secret stuff. Governor Rick Scott has things going on. Of the world going on.
And so I don't forget, because sometimes I tend to do that when you're ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
What's your phone number?
954-803-0079.
Okay.
All right. I was just looking to see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nothing going on, and then my attorney really wants to talk to me.
Okay.
Did you hear about that?
No.
I think it's nothing. It says we
Your
got
attorney for.
our divorce case.
Oh. Okay.
It says we got a new judge.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay.
I
All right.
think
Let's. I mean,
Talked up.
I didn't know earlier, but apparently you got a guy in your life named Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about Jeff.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to hide anything.
No, I know you weren't.
I just didn't think to tell you about him. So he's been my boyfriend. We've been dating since end of October. Jane actually set us up, which is why Jane thought of him first. And Jane and I had a long talk earlier this week. We went on a walk together and talked about, I wasn't really sure I wanted to continue dating him. We had like a fight at the end of June, and it was weird, and then I went away for 2 weeks and just got back, and I asked him to just no contact for a week just so I could kind of figure out whether I wanted to be with him or not.
When did you ask him that?
Monday night after yoga. I sent him an email Monday night.
Yours or his yoga or both?
I don't know what that means. I went to a yoga
Who
class.
went to yoga, together or?
Like together.
Okay.
Some guys like yoga.
I'm not judging, I'm just asking.
I go to yoga, or I
And
used
Jeff
to.
goes too?
And he would go with me sometimes.
So
I
Monday
think
night after yoga,
I sent him
this past Monday,
this Monday,
Okay.
yes, July 14th.
okay?
I just sent him an email and said, you know, my heart is really heavy and I'm having trouble figuring out what to do. It'd be a lot easier if I just like didn't have any contact from you for 1 week, and then we'll kind of figure out where to go from there. And so I haven't had any contact from him.
Was he amicable to that, or did he?
He didn't respond to it. I said, I'm going to take your silence as acceptance, and
Oh, okay, you were in person telling.
no, I emailed him after yoga. He'd been like, let's go out tomorrow, let's go out the next day, and I have a hard time saying no, and
Right.
so I didn't say no in person, and then later I wrote him and said I really just need like a week of silence to get some clarity on where we are.
Okay, so he never responded? Still has not responded?
The only response I had is that I'd bought some presents for Ben for his birthday when Jeff and I went to Destin one time and he had them at his house. And so he brought them. I came to work and there was a bag of the presents from his house. But I had asked him at yoga, I said, oh, when you get a chance, I'm really going to need you to bring those presents because I don't have the boys this week and I could wrap them. And so he just brought the presents so I could wrap them.
When did he bring them?
It must have been Tuesday morning at some point. I think I got to I'm not in the office like 9 to 5 right now because I just finished teaching and students are out of session, and so I have writing deadlines, so I work sometimes from home or from a coffee shop, and so I rolled into work sometime mid-morning, and they were there. So I don't know what time he was there, but I could ask my assistant.
Well, that's all right, you're saying, you asked him for them
And he brought him.
on the phone, I guess?
When I saw him at yoga on Monday,
Okay.
I had mentioned to him that I wanted to wrap these presents. I had most of the week without the boys, and I was, looking for something to do. I might as well wrap Ben's birthday presents, and so he brought them to the office.
So he brought them even after the whole.
I said no
need some
contact,
space.
but yeah.
Okay. Why would you say, what was how long have you been seeing Jeff?
Since the end of September.
Okay. All right, and so since September, you all have been seeing each other exclusively?
In the fall, I was dating someone else too, and the relationship really evolved around February. I post-divorce, I was kind of slow to like, but so I jokingly used to call him my special man friend, and around February, he started being more like my boyfriend. He started spending some time with the kids, and they really adore him. And I introduced him as mommy's friend, not as mommy's boyfriend, so they just think of him as Jeffrey, and he plays Star Wars with them.
They're 3 and 4 years old. I introduced him as Jeff, my friend, not as mommy's boyfriend. And the first thing my 3-year-old asked me was, "So you're not fucking?" I mean, that's essentially what it means, right? That's the differentiator. Yeah, this is Jeff, Uncle Jeff. He's not your real uncle. What the fuck? They're kids. Hey, there's a box of toys over there. You 3, go and knock yourself out.
Yeah, so he and I would spend time together on the nights or the days I didn't have the boys, and then when I had the boys, he never stayed over, but he would sometimes join us for dinner and play with the kids and then go home. And things actually were great.
Fresh out of matches with Patricia Burns. This whole image. My tongue is 3 times the size today, Patricia. I can't talk is the point. This whole image. Right, no one type anything with the letter S in it. This whole image she's got going on here is contrived and managed knowing she would have been facing the questioning, in my opinion. This whole... I'm just going to hum it. Well, yeah. Where have you been for 10 years? This whole image she's got going on here is contrived and managed. Yeah. And practiced.
Great, and I was very happy. And then we went to Gainesville together. He's a social work professor at FSU, and he was teaching a class at Gainesville, and so I didn't have the boys that weekend. I went with him to work on some writing, and we had a great weekend until Saturday night. We went out to dinner, we came home, and he just was convinced that I'd been cheating on him for months, and had kept track of it, and was just absolutely convinced that I was cheating on him. And I kept telling him I wasn't, and he just was, I felt not very trusting of me, and it just made me feel really uncomfortable. And after that happened, I wasn't sure that I wanted to be with him anymore.
I'm wondering what brought this on, the whole not trusting thing.
I mean, I'd been dating someone else in the fall, and so he had asked me, did you see someone else in the fall, kind of once things were good with us, maybe around April, and I said I did, and I told him about it, and he felt I don't know, he was jealous of him, and he was like, I don't want you to see him, and the guy I was dating was leaving town, and so I said, well, I want to, go get coffee with him before I leave town, and he said, I really, I don't want you to do that, and we had an argument about it, and I went and had coffee with him anyway, and he ended up at the same coffee shop at the same time and saw us having coffee and got really angry, but...
When was that?
That was May.
May.
Mid to late May, maybe.
Okay.
And
Well, do you think it was a coincidence, or you think he intentionally went to that?
I think it was a total coincidence.
Okay.
I was only there for 30 minutes, and yeah, I think it just is a small town. Things
Okay.
happen.
All right. What kind of car does Jeff drive?
Could be a Prius. Something like a Prius. Or nothing like a Prius. That's what he drives. Fucking idiots. I I heard that, there was an attempt for the killers to hire a car that looked like Jeff car. No, you're a moron.
I'm really bad with this. It's silver colored. I think it's a Nissan. It's very old and very rundown.
So not the kind of thing you would hire then. We'd like to rent a car, please. Do you have anything with duct tape on the side mirrors and the fender? I want the fender held up with duct tape and a coat hanger. Coat hanger and tenor, that's what we want. Like the Simpsons.
Over Nissan?
Gray, silver.
Okay. You don't know what year or how many doors or anything?
Oh, Mr. Buff.
I want to say 2 doors.
See her eyes scan Mr. Buff for 2 reasons. Is this a threat? And I can use a very different kind of charm on Mr. Buff. Now, while I am being sexual with General Isom to get what I want from him, it is in a kind of niece that has to stay with Uncle for a weekend. But Mr. Buff, different story. Then we can go full guns. And it won't be socially questioned.
2-door?
And I don't know what year it is. I have no idea.
You pretty sure about the 2-door?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like, yeah,
Is it his car exclusively?
exclusively. He doesn't even have to share it with anyone.
Okay.
Isn't that most people, including Wendi? She says it like that's a rare thing. Yeah, it is his car. Exclusively. He doesn't even have to share it with anyone. What? Yeah, me too. What the fuck? And it's not like when Wendi was married that they didn't have 2 cars. It's not like every family member and friend of hers in Tallahassee doesn't have their own car. Yeah, I have my own car, but I went four ways. We split the cost 4 ways, and now we all drive together. That would be a nightmare.
Does he live alone?
Mm-hmm.
Where does he live?
He lives in an apartment complex. I've actually only been over there once.
Go on, Wendi. Say the word basement. Try and fit the word dank in there. We know you want to. Yeah, he lives alone. Well, unless you count the rats. He has maybe 8 or 10 rats running around the floor. Eating his crumbs of despair.
It's because he was kind of embarrassed. It's a basement apartment.
Yeah, great catch, Wendi. His car is got basically covered in duct tape. He's got 10 rats in his wet basement, and then he comes outside wearing 2 odd shoes that he found in the bins opposite his basement. And what else could he have? Yeah, his papers and stuff that he needs for his job, not in a briefcase, just in a plastic shopping bag, a Publix. He puts all his work papers in a fucking Publix bag.
And it's
Yeah,
off.
no, he's saving up for shoelaces. Right now, he just sort of walks funny to keep them on his feet. Sliding a foot down the road, drawing attention to the fact that they're completely mismatched. Or mix-matched. Which one is it? It's mismatched, right?
Park Street. I think it's called Victory Gardens.
Okay.
It's like between Park and...
Victory Gardens. Which is ironic. Because living there is, a punishment worse than prison. And anything but a victory. This is Champions Lodge, where all our gold medalists stay at the Tallahassee, after the Tallahassee big race, right? But they're fine with it, because it's a step up from the barn.
Appalachia.
Mm-hmm. It's off Victory Garden. You don't know the name of the complex?
I thought that's the name of it. Is Victory Gardens a road?
Victory Garden's a road, yeah.
I thought that was the name of the apartment
That's all right.
complex.
Victory Gardens, is that a road? Is that a road? I wouldn't know, because I only live in the northeast of Tallahassee with the rich. Sometimes I venture down to Monroe until I get scared of all the riffraff. They might try to steal my contact lenses right from my eyes. They held me down and pulled my lenses out of the eyes.
Is it closer to Park Avenue, or is it closer to, or is it halfway down?
It's, if you turn left, if you're on Park and you're heading towards downtown, if you turn left, it's on your right.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, I'm investigating Sherry. I just got a couple of...
Big old tooth smile, Wendy. Girlish grin. Who are you? Sort of coy, the head didn't move, but the eyes did, and the teeth opened wide. Cheshire. It's pronounced Cheshire.
questions if I can just jump in
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, we asked earlier about
Can we see it again?
passcodes to his phone.
I just think it's so funny. We get the character switch. And look at Sarah over there, feeling like the ugly girl. That's all right, Sarah. Isom may have saved you a piece of fudge. The only problem is that it is currently in his pocket. And you're going to have to, dust off the that pocket fluff that gets left in pockets. In all pockets. Isn't that funny? You could never put anything in your pockets, and one day there'd be little pieces of fluff in there. Where does it come from? You see, this is one of the mysteries of the world that no one, as far as I know, has ever looked into. Maybe it was looked into in a former ancient society, ancient Greece, the philosophers of ancient Greece, or Mesopotamia. Or maybe the truth is buried deep beneath the ice of Antarctica in the previous civilization. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
His iPad and all his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you one that he used to have back in the day.
Yeah, let me have that one.
God, it's the only one I can think of, though.
I missed it. Yeah.
Late May, maybe.
Okay.
And
Well, do you
then-
think it was a coincidence, or do you think he intentionally went
I
to
think
that?
it was a...
Coinky dink, Isom. Every time the word coincidence is used in this case, from here on out, it will be called a coinky dink.
total coincidence. I was only there for like 30 minutes, and yeah, I think it just is a small town. Kings
Okay.
Outbound.
All right. What kind of car does Jeff drive?
Oh, what? We're all the way back here?
I'm really bad with this. It's silver colored. I think it's a Nissan. It's very old and very rundown.
Okay. Silver Nissan?
Gray, silver.
Okay. You don't know what year or how many doors or anything?
I want to say 2 doors.
2-door?
And I don't know what year it is. I have no idea.
You pretty sure about the 2-door?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like, yeah,
Is it his car exclusively?
exclusively. He doesn't even have to share it with anyone.
Okay. Does he live alone?
Ridiculous.
Where does he live?
He lives in an apartment complex. I've actually only been over there once because he was kind of embarrassed. It's a basement apartment and it's off Park Street. I think it's called Victory Gardens.
Okay.
It's like between Park and Appalachie.
Mm-hmm. It's off Victory Garden. You know the name of the complex?
I thought that's the name of it. Is Victory Gardens a road?
Victory Garden's a road, yeah.
I thought that was the name of the apartment.
That's all right.
complex.
Is it,
Fine.
is it close to Park Avenue? Or
Here we go.
Or is it halfway down?
It's if you turn left, if you're on Park and you're heading towards downtown, if you turn left, it's on your right.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, I'm Investigator Cherry. I just got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's getting close to the, who was it? Was it the guy's name? Levente Lazar. Drives to California from Indiana. Kills his mother. Drives back. Cops come to inform him of his mother's death. Not suspect, although maybe suspect. And he's like, "Well, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inform you. This is a notice to say that your mother has been brutally murdered. We found her in a pool of her own blood in her home, and we don't know who did it. But someone's going to call you." And the kid's like, "Well, thank you so much for dropping by. Have a wonderful day, officer." With this sort of cheery, I'm speaking to the UPS man attitude, which is just ridiculous.
we asked earlier about Danny's passcodes to his phone and his iPad and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you one that he used to have back in the day.
Yeah, let me have that one.
God, it's the only one I can think of, though.
It's okay.
Knowing Dan, it's probably his favorite. Well, what is the equivalent of chapter and verse in the Torah? They've got to have some sort of system, haven't they? I mean, it's already on one big fucking scroll. What a stupid idea. You've forgotten a bit from the previous, like a couple of chapters ago, and you've got to wind it all up. Have you ever dropped a toilet roll, a roll of toilet paper down the stairs, and thought, "Oh, for fuck's sake, what a mess and a waste"? I know, I'll just roll it back onto the roll bit by bit. It fucking takes ages. It's never straight. And they're doing that with their holy scriptures. Pages. It's not that hard. We're not talking about the fucking invention of the wheel. Although, it probably had a similar impact on society, on civilization, pages and wheels. And you could patent anything back then for free.
I know a passcode used to be Meraglim 1. It was MERAGLIM 1.
I'm sorry, M-E?
E as an elephant, RAGLIM. Meraglim 1.
I mean, should we drop it here? What time are we? 6:45. We've got about an hour and 28 minutes of footage left to cover. And there's some key stuff coming. All right. Or maybe we should wait for some more PayPal support, if that happens. How do we get people to pay up front? Become a member on True Crime Metrics. Send us a PayPal donation. That'd be great for Christmas. Fantastic Christmas that everybody doesn't hate. So what are people doing so what day do you celebrate? The 25th, I'll bet, huh? Oh, you too? Actually, it's really the evening of the 24th here. Very casual. Very casual. Cheap. Eat, cheap. But not that cheap. You know what's expensive? Microphones. Webcams. It's got to come from somewhere. I think it should come from you. Support the channel on PayPal now. Oh no, I just put it all the way back to the beginning. Fuck. What does that mean? What does that mean for us? Well, it means we have to go all the way back to... Oh, this is easy. Easy. Boom.
It's off Victory Garden. You don't know the name of the complex?
I thought that's the name of it. Is Victory Gardens a road?
Victory Garden's a road, yeah.
I thought that was the name of the apartment
That's all right.
complex.
Is it,
Sorry.
is it closer to Park Avenue, or is it closer to, or is it halfway down?
It's if you turn left, if you're on Park and you're heading towards downtown, if you turn left, it's on your right.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm sorry,
I'm
I'm Investigator Cherry. I just got
Hi.
a couple of questions, if I
Okay.
can just jump in
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
Obviously, we asked earlier about Danny's passcodes to his phone and his iPad and all his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you one that he used to have back in the day.
Yeah, let me have that one.
God, it's the only one I can think of though.
It's okay.
I know a passcode used to be Meraglim 1. It was MERAGLIM 1.
I'm sorry, M-E.
E as an elephant, RAGLIM, Meraglim 1.
1.
But this is like,
A while ago.
it's a while.
I got that. Well, here's the thing. I got 3 kids, and we've downloaded a lot of games on our phones and our iPad and everything, and the little buggers will try to know the passcode. Now, Danny seems very involved with his children.
Yeah.
I got that sense as soon as I stepped in the house. Is there any chance that the
Maybe
kids may
they know the iPad code. They might.
All right, when we get a chance, can we just double check and see that? Because that might help us out a
Can
long
I
way.
ask them rather than you? I just think.
Oh, no.
No, you're gonna be the one asking.
I want you to ask them.
Absolutely. They know, I don't have an iPad, but my parents do, and they know, like, what's the secret code, so
Right.
they would know if Abba had a secret, that's what they call Danny, they call
Yeah.
him Abba, they would
Yeah.
know if Abba had a secret code, what's the secret code,
Right.
so I can ask them in a way that,
And so the iPad and the phone, if they know.
does his
Let me
phone
give
have
you
a
the-
passcode? Do you
Yeah.
have his phone? Yeah.
Here's the kid's date of birth.
I was thinking maybe that, I mean, I don't know, usually people use, like, dogs, we don't have a dog, we didn't have a dog growing up.
Yeah. Well, the text.
Yeah. Usually people use dogs. We don't have a dog. He never had a dog. And we don't know any dogs. But it's possible. It's his favorite chapter and verses, or equivalent of, from the Torah. Huh? Yeah. Tell me the bit about Moses and the reeds. Is that in the Torah? I've never read it. I started it, but I dropped it down the stairs and it all, rolled away. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get it on a Kindle though. I mean, that's basically the same, right? Or do they have pages on Kindle now? I don't know. That has never appealed to me. I cannot imagine reading a book on a fucking Kindle. Huh? That just doesn't do it for me at all. Like I know it's a big industry and a big business and everyone loves it. But if I had been on the board of investors that got approached with that fucking idea, I'd have thought they were mental. Yeah. Maybe for like some piece of military equipment where you've got to have all these complicated machinery manuals out in the field, you know, on tour. Actually, that does make sense. But not at home or on holiday or vacation or a plane. Just, I like holding a book and having pages and folding the corners down when I'm putting it away. You know? Totally into it. Don't want it to change. Wow. How old-fashioned will that sound soon? Probably. Although books are still business. But it's a bit like people saying, no. Unless it's recorded on 8-track, I'm not interested at all. Is this original vinyl? No, you can't beat original vinyl.
Telling me that it was possibly a number. Like mine's a number and not
That's what
necessarily
I
a
would,
word.
yeah, I would think it would be a number.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe birthdays and whatnot.
Yeah, so
The one son's birthday is July 29, 2009.
Which one's that?
You know what? Do you think Wendi has a password that is also the birthday of one of the boys? And she's hesitant to bring it up. You see, that's the sort of example. If that is the case, I'm not saying it is. It's just she's pausing there. You think she'd just volunteer the birthdays, right? She's what do you call it? Dodging. She's dodging the question. Yeah, that's the sort of occurrence that would fuck up a plan as intricate and far-reaching as what Wendi Adelson has done here, which is impressive. I've said it before. If she's kept everything in her head, it's impressive. Or in the same way that someone jumping off a building with a parachute is impressive for a fucking nutcase. But that's the sort of thing that could fuck up. That, you know, those little intricate things. They might ask me for Danny's password, which I don't know, but could be one of the boys' birthdays, as is mine. So if I give them this, I'm volunteering them access if they get a hold of it, which, you know, we don't know what's in the future.
Benjamin.
That's Ben.
And any other ones is October 13th, 2013.
No, 2012.
I'm sorry,
2010.
2010.
You were born
I know.
That's Lincoln.
I was
right?
there for it.
You were there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let me call attention to my legs up pose when I was giving birth to my own son. I was there for it. And not that that's a sexy image, necessarily. But, yeah. Psycho Slut Girl does anything to call attention.
Yeah, mine are 6'3" and 8 months tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, just
Happily married. But I've got this training exercise. Gainesville. And I know you go down there often, so do you know the Teeny Martini Bar? They have a pianist in there Wednesday nights.
yeah, let me know.
Okay, so I will, as soon as I see them and it's appropriate, I'll ask them
Okay.
and see if I can find out.
Well, he can try the 2 date of births now.
Oh,
and see.
yeah, no, of course, I
Um,
just meant in terms of asking them what's
Right.
Abba's
Yeah,
secret code.
and it may be important to kind of get that out of the way.
Maybe try the date that his fucking horrific divorce was finally stamped as, finalized. Done. Over. Yeah. I bet he opened a bottle of Jewish wine or Jewish champagne. Is that a thing? What do they have? I don't know. That day, huh? And now on to the custody battle. The first phase of this is done.
I know, I just meant like I haven't seen my kids
No,
yet.
no, I
so
understand that. I understand that. And it is.
as soon as I see them and I can be like, does Aunt Lynn have an iPad?
Oh, no!
Does Bob has an iPad? What's his code? I'll ask as soon as I can ask, okay?
Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you for that, Wendy. Every time I see that, I want to take a fucking axe to her neck. Right here at the table. I think we should cut it off there, guys. Unless, did we get any... if someone just sent us a PayPal donation and said, I demand this donation mandates you stay streaming for the next 30 minutes, we'd be fine with that. But everyone has fallen asleep. Yeah, no, hey, look, we should go. And we'll continue. I bet her password is Pearl Harbor. Maybe. Or the Holocaust, something to do with the Holocaust. Crystal Nut with her Jewish, weird Jewish hate fetish that she has. He wants kosher food at the wedding. Are you sure that says kosher, or does it say the opposite of kosher? Whatever kosher is, the most unkosher food that you could imagine. Special request.
Nice to meet you.
So that's,
Nice to meet you. See you in Gainesville. And we're all going to see you in Gainesville tomorrow night. Thank you for coming, everybody. Should we finish this off tomorrow? No, maybe we will. Merry Christmas. Is that how they spell it in the North? Patricia. You got the silent H in there and everything. Impressed. Very impressed. Let's see what you can do with Easter. Thank you, Patricia, for that kind sentiment. And thank you, everybody, for being Christmassy. Of course, it is the shortest day of the year, our darkest hour on True Crime Metrics. And every day from here gets a little bit lighter, right? Or something. Not lighter, but lighter for longer. That's what I mean. There will be more light in the day. Man, imagine everything just kept getting brighter and brighter until the summer, until everything was just aglow. That'd be terrible. But I suppose if that was the nature of our planet, then our ocular organs would have developed to meet the needs of our environment, right? Just like those fish at the bottom of the ocean that have that light thing on their head. Or those birds that fly high up, close to the sun. Like Icarus. Well, we're pretty far away from the sun right now, but we're going to go and get very close into bed. And we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow, maybe with this, maybe with something else, maybe with something better, if that's possible. Yeah, everybody come over to the Discord as well, because I would really like some suggestions for... Should we put the link to Discord? I would love some suggestions for the... There's Discord, okay? Bosh. That's a very good link. Come to Discord and tell us good cases that you know, that you may have seen, but you think, we need metrics to have a look at this. There's a bunch I've got ready to go. Maybe we'll do one of those. I do like doing different things. Anyway, thank you everybody. Good night.